Can't stop looking at the side of the chest.
Oh my god.
Can't stop looking at the side of the breast.
My shit is hard.
I see your side, oh hey, it's looking at me.
If I give you $5, can it come out and play?
Can't stop looking at the side of the chest.
Welcome, everybody, to the boardroom. Today is January 15th of 2020, and we have a great show today for you guys. Everybody, if you could, subscribe to all the channels here that I'm about to introduce. So to my right, or to your left, right? I'm dyslexic. I don't know. Pete.
What's up, brother? Etep Wakuian right here from the Place to Be Reviews, and I'm right here with all of yous. Hey, it is good to be in the boardroom. Hail the fandom menace, and happy Wednesday night, everybody. I'm ready to talk some Star Wars tonight.
All right. Happy Wednesday, guys. And below Pete is the Adam from Raiders of the Lost Flicks.
Hi, everybody. Greetings and salutations. This is I, the Groovenator from RaidersOfTheLostFlicks.com. Happy to be here with my brother Coober, Brothers Entertainment. And the boardroom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And below me is the one, the only 2 Cent Toys, Sal. Assaded.
I saw it. Hello, salutations. It's me, Salvador. Today we're going to talk about some fun stuff and put that together for y'all. So enjoy.
I love it. I love this action figure thing, man. It's the best thing ever. Oh, I love it.
So solo that, Cody. Put that up solo. That deserves to be soloed.
That reaction is pretty much how I feel 24/7, dude. that is so me. That is so me, dude. Oh my god.
Adam's covering his face. Cody's taking a drink. I have just perfect eye contact with Sal, and Bogan's in the back going, "Yeah, baby."
And then Pete's doing
Spider-Man.
his best Fabulous Baker Boys impression.
I like that Bogan just giving everybody the side eye.
Yep. Bogan's like, "What's up?"
He's like, yes.
He's the unofficial member of the boardroom.
He's the unofficial mascot.
He is definitely the official mascot for sure. He has his own personality with this.
He does. He definitely does.
If I can do this while he's posed this way. Or, nope, I can't. But for those that don't know or don't watch my channel actively.
This is my favorite part of your intro.
Yep.
Butt cheeks move. I'm not sure what
the
this
genius
is.
was at Marvel that made that. Oh, I love you.
They got the texture on there so you can't not see it, you know?
He's supposed to be quote unquote SH Figure Arts, but he's like bootleg as fuck.
He's like,
So
bro, check out my glutes, smack him, bro, smack him.
Peter Parker might be broke, but Spider-Man makes money moves.
there you go.
That motherfucker does lunges for days.
Is that a beer can? Or are you just happy to see me?
Mr. Stark, I'm giving Groove a lap dance, Mr. Stark.
He's trying to bottle his farts.
Oh, we're using our made-up names.
He was trying to give you the bird's eye view of his Peter Tingle.
Made-up names.
How's your Peter Tingle now?
Spider senses. You're twerking.
Something's wrong, Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good.
I feel great.
I think there's something in my drink, Mr. Stark.
Where nobody told me I wasn't supposed to make the drinks extra special tonight. It's me, Bill Cosby, bartender in the boardroom. I put something in the kids' drink.
We're not even 5 minutes into the cast. We're already completely off the rails. Oh, it's a good sign. It's a good sign.
It was Bogan's fault.
It's all Bogan's fault. It's always his fault.
Bogan and twerking Spider-Man with his deposable butt cheeks.
Sal's on the piano like, this next one goes out to my main girl, Aunt May.
Aunt May. And her mom jeans.
I just start playing
This
the
one-
piano. It's like some really nice melody, and all you hear is to the window, to the wall.
Till sweat drops off my bones.
It's a beautiful song, Sal. What are you playing? Oh, Make Me Love Pump.
This next one's called Mom Jeans.
This is off our next album, Bite the Glove.
Oh God.
Oh my
Action
God.
figures. They make everything better.
Oh, I freaking love you guys.
Thank you, Sal, for that. Oh my God.
Everybody subscribe to Salvador. 2 Cent Toys, please. He does great work, guys. He just put out a couple great videos of some Mortal Kombat figures. Go check those out. They're awesome.
I try my best.
That freaking Rain figure, dude. That you made me want to get that figure so bad.
I know. I don't even collect
This
those.
bad boy.
Yes. That was
Let me-
cool.
See, they should hire Sal to
Dude,
make
he's
commercials
so
for the toys.
Something I forgot to do, which I forgot to show what his other mask looks like when it's put on. I mean, as you can imagine, it looks
Oh,
very
shit.
much the same. So it was in the original video, but then more than half of it became corrupted, where it just the video turns black and all the audio is just white noise. And I was gonna show this without his mask is pure nightmare fuel.
Oh,
Holy shit.
his
I
mouth.
thought he was
Is
supposed to be a lizard.
his mouth is a glory hole.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, what goes in there, Sal? Do I want to know?
The
That's
CPR doll.
the other mask. So
Is it a different head or is it just that
No,
mask?
You
it's
take the
just
mask off and he looks like
Yeah.
he just escaped from the set of Mac and Me.
Like he, just,
you take the mask off and you put the new one on. That's all it is.
it looks
So
like
that's
you
what-
bought him at Spencer's or something in the back of the store.
Yeah.
I used to work at Spencer's, and how they actually get away with selling, dildos and shit. Because in order to sell that, you have to be a porn store or licensed adult store. They call them quote personal massagers, and that's how they're able to sell that kind of stuff at Spencer's and a mall.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, you could go to like some like just random like small town like drugstore or like gas station and be like, "Oh, is that a personal massager?" Oh, yes, these are the massagers. They're very good.
Yeah, the Hitachi personal massager.
You go into those type of stores and you find like bongs at the like front
By the
counter.
way, are those Bugle Boy jeans you're wearing? Deep cuts.
All right, guys. So we have a great show ahead of y'all. We're going to be talking some Star Wars, some action figures, some G.I. Joe figures. And we're talking about a little bit of the Morbius news going on about the trailer and the ties to the MCU. So first, I'm going to lead off with Pete. So, Pete, why don't you start it off?
All right. Well, we're going to take a look at an article here that was just sent to me by a subscriber, Flare X, who accidentally got pocket banned the other night. We do apologize for that.
Chris
But,
Wicks just went drunk with power.
He did. He went off, man. He must have. He was pocket banning everybody like it was Oprah's Book of the Month he was giving away. We got Rise of Skywalker is proof that Star Wars needs to reinvent itself. This is from The Verge. This came out at 3:09 p.m. today. Not all $1 billion movies are $1 billion movies are created equal, and I can definitely agree with that because look at Spider-Man: Far From Home made $1 billion, and I don't really need to get into that. I mean, The Last Jedi made $1 billion. Okay, so Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker has officially crossed the $1 billion at the box office worldwide, making it Disney's 7th film in 2019 to hit the 10-figure mark via Variety. That is just insane. That's what happens when you own all of entertainment, though, I guess. Just think about that. They've had 10 films cross the $1 billion mark. That's in 1 year.
But it took them almost a damn month to do that.
Yeah, it did.
That's not saying much. I mean, given that their track record is like breaking $1 billion in like the first week or something. Like what?
Yeah.
Infinity or Endgame broke what, $2 billion in like 3 weeks or something like that.
I think it was around 3 weeks. Yeah. Then they did that re-release to push it past Avatar. But yeah, so that's Disney.
It was in theaters for like 4 fucking months.
I never saw the new one. I wasn't gonna go see that.
I don't want to watch it.
No, it looks like nightmare fuel.
Original one.
But let's see. Here it is right here. Here's the hook. But The Rise of Skywalker has taken longer than its predecessors to hit the $1 billion mark. The latest indication that the 9th Star Wars film just isn't doing very well at the box office compared to the other sequels. For nearly any other film, hitting $1 billion at the box office in 4 weeks would be something to celebrate. But The Rise of Skywalker is a film, as well as the closing piece of the resurrected sequel trilogy. It's that should have been buried alive. It's taken Rise of Skywalker 28 days to cross the $1 billion mark, when The Force Awakens hit that same mark in 12 days and The Last Jedi in 19. So yeah, it's vastly, it has vastly underperformed comparatively speaking to the other movies. Which, I mean, it's not a very, like I said, having seen it, it's not a very good movie in my opinion. It's truly not. There are any number of factors likely contributed to the Rise of Skywalker underperforming. Fatigue from oversaturation of Star Wars in the marketplace. I'm calling bullshit on that. Because if it was quality, nobody would be getting sick of it. Because look at the way the MCU was. I mean, now is different. It's a different story, but before. Or lingering malcontent over the controversial choices made by The Last Jedi. I love how they call us malcontents. But it's impossible to ignore that most people thought The Rise of Skywalker just wasn't very good. Well, I mean, Cody, you saw it. You had about the same opinion of it that I did.
Oh, it's awful.
It was terrible.
It is just as or almost as insulting as The Last Jedi.
That's what I said. You know, The Last Jedi was offensive to everything that is Star Wars. I hate that movie with every fiber of my being because of the way I love Star Wars. That makes me hate The Last Jedi the way I do. This I don't hate it as much as The Last Jedi. I just think it's bad. Like The Last Jedi was
it destroys lore worse than The Last Jedi does. The Last Jedi has a lot of nonsensical bullshit that should happen. The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
Like, even though the EU hasn't been canon for years, it makes it worse though, and it makes it more like well known. Like, this shit doesn't apply anymore. These rules and logic to the world, the universe itself, they threw a lot of this shit out the window. Even the stuff that was canon, they kind of made it weird now.
Well, it's I just like what it did to the Return of the Jedi. You know, that's the one thing that I really truly hate about it is just it ignores that the Death Star was obliterated into like a billion small pieces.
The main three characters, Han, Luke, and Leia, the whole trilogy, they've all had life alert moments and died.
Yep.
They all either strained too hard or just fell.
Strained too hard.
Oh, my damn it. Where's my pills?
Han fell, had a life alert moment.
Yep.
He did get stabbed, but he fell. And then Luke freaking strained too much and freaking, popped his hemorrhoids or whatever and then died.
Like Elvis, yeah.
He died
of hemorrhoids. And then fucking Leia just, fell and couldn't get up and died. So
she couldn't just force herself up. I mean, she couldn't force heal herself.
No, apparently not.
She wasn't that much of a master.
Isn't it funny how that kind of works when it wants to? Yeah, it's called plot hole armor.
I mean, she's blessed with the role of training Rey.
I find it more interesting that, like, I heard that she force healed somebody, and I roll my eyes, but I'm okay with Baby Yoda doing it.
You know, that's why they aired that episode early.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they forced that part in. You know what I mean? Like that little part, like they forced that into the show just to be like, well, it's a thing now. Which, in my own headcanon, I justify it as, well, Yoda's species, the only two that we know of were grand or masters. So maybe his species has an innate ability to do that. Because in my limited working knowledge of what the fuck is your picture now, Groove?
Well, he probably wait, what?
I can't see it.
Is that Taylor Swift cat?
Oh God, no.
Anyway,
that's the money shot, boys and girls. That's the money shot.
Oh, you've seen Bogan and Bogan Dick.
Bogan Dick.
Just remember that picture came from a PG movie.
Yeah.
I'm switching mine to Ruby Rose. That's it.
So, but my limited working knowledge of the EU, force healing has been around for a while. But I know a lot of people are on well, why don't they just force heal Qui-Gon? I'm like, I think that force heal is like for like minor injuries, not anything that's mortal or anything like that. But I don't know. I just think it's weird that someone like myself, who's highly critical of modern Star Wars, I'm like, oh, Baby Yoda can do it. That's fine. Rey, get the fuck out of here. Go home.
That was my reaction in the theater. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like when she force healed that sandworm when they fell in the pit, right when they got sucked down in like that quicksand. They're down there, and
that Bogan wannabe.
That thing couldn't hold Bogan's jockstrap in a suitcase.
It can hold a Rose Tico to Bogan.
Yeah, she heals that fucking thing, and I'm just like, I accept Baby Yoda doing this, but I don't accept you doing this because you haven't earned shit. Why does Baby Yoda get to do it? Because he's already 50 years old. That's why. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, he's 50 and he can't even go into he can't even ride a roller coaster because he's too short and he's 50 years old.
The thing is, like, he's a baby, and he's self-aware of what's going on around him, but he's still a baby, so he understands just about as much as a regular baby does. Mm-hmm. So my defense of his force healing, it's like he doesn't really know what's going on, but his intentions are just good. Like he sees somebody's hurting, and he's like, try to get better and stuff. You see somebody like trying to hurt his buddy or his father figure, and he's going to want to fucking kill him. He doesn't really know what's going on, but he's just mad.
He force choked Gina Carano when she said harder, daddy. I was like, yes, finally. I've been waiting for this.
Exactly. My defense is when you're enjoying 90% of what you're watching, the little shit really doesn't get to you. Like you don't notice it. You just don't notice it.
But Rey being able to like do all of this shit.
Well, that's the thing.
Beginning of the movie, she can't even fucking destroy a remote training droid.
Yep.
Yet she can just go out and I'm going to fly this fucking Millennium Falcon. I'm going to force heal this giant worm. I'm going to just start shooting these jetpack guys and just start hitting them. I'm going to, just be the fucking Mary Sue. I'm going to do a parkour leap over a TIE fighter and cut the wing off. Like, just that force lightning. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, we could complain if we want to do the nitpick, and we could complain about how the Mandalorian has, a Tabana gas mine shoved in the back of his Ford Fiesta that he drives around. When in Empire Strikes Back, he had to go the entire Tabana gas mine located in Cloud City to freeze one dude, and then you go on the ship. He's got like a whole bunch of slabs just hanging up like coat hangers. It's like. You can get past that when you're enjoying 90% of what you're watching.
But it makes sense, though. The whole Rise of Skywalker doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
No, that's just it.
The thing I think of when I think about it, because I was like, oh, wow. I'm like, okay, well, technology advances about 10 times faster than anything else. And it's, 7 years-ish. So I'm like, the probability of it fitting on a ship is very small. But the way, again, in my head canon that I justify it, is that the one on Cloud City is much more advanced and you have more likelihood of them surviving, where he can bring someone in alive or dead, so he doesn't care if his little makeshift carbonite thing kills him or not.
Yeah.
That's the way I justify it in my head.
It feels like more like a...
Well, it was a nice setup, too. He had like a bunch of keys to each one of them. It's like he's got like a string of keys and just throws them on a desk. So it was a nice setup. He was able to use that as a prop later. So I can get past stuff like that.
Yeah, that was really pretty cool in the first episode where the guy went down there and he found all those. The one looks like George Lucas. The other one looks like Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
If you guys noticed that.
I didn't notice that. Now I'm going to have to go back and watch it over time because I have like one
What episode was that?
One?
Episode 1.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch it again then.
Yep. But that guy, I can't think of the actor's name who played the first bounty he brought in, the blue guy he saved in the bar.
Yeah.
That was more like a Star Trek character.
Yeah,
and
that was much more Star Trek than it was Star Wars.
He reminded me of somebody because the main Star Trek I'm familiar with would be The Next Generation, and that character was like straight out of The Next Generation to me.
Well, it was because he spoke perfect English with like a Middle Eastern, good lord, with a Midwest accent.
Yes.
Yep.
It was kind of like you expect him to at least, even if they did something as this is delving a little bit into a topic that I didn't prepare, but it's that what would you call it? Foreign influence. It's something that, as a mainly American audience that Star Wars has, I would argue that if they did an accent from another, even if it's an a earthly country, at least it's foreign enough to an American listener to be like, okay, it's just an alien doing an accent or whatever. But
Yep.
when it's an American accent speaking English, it's kind of like that. It pulled me out a little bit.
Yeah. I got by it, but it was just kind of like, wait a second. But it was the very first episode too, so they got to work some of the bugs out. But it's been so good overall.
It's still really impressive for a first season of anything that's especially Star Wars, and like we're all suffering from Star Wars fatigue. I'll admit, because you guys told me to watch a show like, well, this will reinvigorate you. Yeah, I absolutely did. If there's more stuff as good as this, 100% I'm on board. I
want the Obi-Wan show to be like that, but they're talking about including Jar Jar Binks in it, which to me,
what I like about this is it breaks the formula up.
Yes.
It's not the typical John Williams. It's not hitting all of the same damn beats. And, I don't know how about you guys, but I've seen a lot of Westerns. Like I have a lot of them on Blu-ray. It hit a lot of those beats, and that's what I wanted. I want you to bring outside influences into Star Wars because that's how Star Wars was made. You know what I mean? Like you bring those things in, you put them together, you repurpose them. You have an interesting story that's not overcomplicated to follow, but then you can have all these other little side stories going on at the same time. It's perfect. It's a great setup. If you missed an episode, it's not like you're gonna like completely not know what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, Pete, let me spin it to you this way. Not optimistic, but the story guy, I guess, the one that makes too much sense. So bringing in Jar Jar Binks. So let me spin it this way. It's clearly going to take place after Episode 3.
Yes.
And it's going to be an older Obi-Wan. So if they meet Jar Jar, he's going to be a lot older.
Mm-hmm.
And think of it, like he went from being basically in Chancellor Palpatine's entourage to being the one that basically was like, hey, let's make him Supreme Chancellor and all that. And now, there's no Republic. It's the Empire.
Yeah.
He's served his purpose, and now he's back on Naboo as a nobody.
Yep.
He's going to be a bitter old fuck is what you're getting.
So it's going to be like a complete 180 from a character where from being a joke, he might be a serious character. And I'm kind of optimistic to see what they're going to do. Maybe that'll be a second chance at redemption for Jar Jar to make him a likable, like, grounded character instead of being a fart joke.
Are they going to bring back Ahmed Best to do it, though, or is he going to straight up say no?
That was my next question. Are they going to bring Ahmed Best? I would like to see him get a redemption arc.
It would be circular if he did it and people accepted him again. Like, that character ruined his life, but if he came to terms with it, it would be like an achievement.
Yeah.
I think the only way for Jar Jar to have more success is if Dave Filoni and what's his fucking face? Jon Favreau is involved in it. If neither of them were involved in it, and the Obi-Wan show is made by just some other people they appoint to do the show, it's fucked.
The showrunner is Deborah Chow.
Yeah, she's good.
She did the third and sixth episodes, I believe.
Yes,
I think is she writing it or directing it?
Both.
Yeah,
she directed episode 3, which was my favorite one.
Favreau needs to write it.
Yeah,
I'm all for her directing them. Go for it.
The third episode was amazing.
I trust her. I do. I trust her because she seems to respect the lore, and that's what you want. See these people that they have over on the Lucasfilm and the cinematic side. There's obviously a difference between the we'll call the Mandalorian, the TV side, and then the cinematic side. There's obviously a disconnect there because you've got
more money involved.
Well, yeah, you've got a bigger budget.
The opposite of Marvel, where all the movies were great and the TV shows were kind of eh.
Yep.
Yeah, now it's like a complete out. Yeah.
And that's it.
Universe.
That's exactly where it is. So you've got Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni over on the on the TV side, and Deborah Chow, and much to his credit, and this is what I always say about Star Wars, and I will give credit when credit is due. Is Taika Waititi directed an episode or two of Two
Oh, I'm
episodes.
sorry. No, he directed the last one.
Did he only do the last one? I thought he
Yeah,
did
he
2 episodes.
directed the last one. He actually starred as the
Yep.
IG-11, so he
Yeah.
was the voice of the IG-11. But
Yep.
He, did
he
a
actually
very good
directed
job.
the last episode.
I like his voice work. I really do. He is an excellent voice actor, and I will give him credit for as much as I hate Thor Ragnarok. He did an excellent job with his episode of this.
Yeah, I don't hate Thor Ragnarok as much as you guys do, but I did. I don't hate the last episode of The Mandalorian, but that's probably my least favorite, only for a couple of reasons. There was that bit there where they were doing the thing with the 2 scout troopers.
Oh,
Now that's kind of funny, but it was kind of taking me out of it a little bit. Like it was a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
And stuff
I
meta.
could have sworn one of them was Seth MacFarlane. Like one of them
Right?
sounds
Yeah,
exactly
it's
like
it wasn't it Jason Sudeikis?
I think so.
It was
It's like
Jason Sudeikis.
I get it. Stormtroopers can't hit for shit. We've acknowledged it. Move on. And they kind of drug that out a little bit too long, I feel like. But
Yeah,
that's what Taika Waititi does. He's a comedy director.
Yeah, considering
That's
that they'd
also-
only made one reference to that already, and that I think it was
Right.
the 5th.
When you reference it again, you're kind of ruining
Yep.
it. You're cheapening the joke a little bit.
But that's what Star Wars has a problem of. It's
It was
separating
funnier
the
when
real-
Bill Burr says, "I'm not a stormtrooper, you idiot."
Yeah.
that was
Stormtrooper.
fine. I
That
thought
was great,
cool.
and that was
But
Bill
the
Burr.
problem
And if
with
anybody's
the-
going to make a joke, it's going to be fucking Bill Burr. Right?
Because
the problem
he's-
with the stormtrooper shooting joke was that they can't separate the real world from the fictional Star Wars world, the universe. Now, you can't take modern jokes and put them into Star Wars. That's not how it works. That's not going to land.
That's where they
Yeah.
have to be really careful with the series because I like the way it's paced. I like the way the dialogue. Everything's kind of loose. It's not hard to follow. It's really easy to screw this up in the second season. How many shows have we seen where we really loved the first season?
Oh yeah.
Except Punisher. Okay.
Usually it happens.
Well, that was my cautious optimism with this was, and then I hear rumors that they're going to include some about Palpatine in the second season. I'm like, oh, don't.
No, don't tie them into the movies.
Nope. Nope.
I like the fact that all of these characters are not tied to anything else. They
Yeah.
exist in that universe. I want them to keep that way. I actually want them to do like what Marvel does. Keep the movies and the TV shows fucking separate. Completely
Yeah.
fucking separate.
Yep.
I like that. I like that better because it makes those universes smaller. They don't have to play by the same rules.
Well, except now Marvel, all their Disney Plus shows are going to be tied into the MCU, and it's all required viewing. So, which is what they're leaning towards with Star Wars now is more of an MCU type.
I'm going to tell you right now, what ruined Spider-Man Far From Home was having to be tied to the fucking MCU and post Endgame.
Yep.
That ruined that movie because you had to spend 60% of that movie explaining what happened after Endgame before you could even have a Spider-Man movie. And then by the time you have it, you rush fucking through it so fast that there was nothing to enjoy.
I had a little bit of a Peter tingle earlier myself, hearing about
I hate that so much. That Peter Dinklage shit.
hearing about
those fucking jokes, dude. God, stop it! Just fucking stop it.
how Venom's going to be tied to the MCU, but we'll talk about that later. Let me plow through the rest of this here. Let's see. We had other films such as Pacific Rim, The Great Wall, and more recently Parts of the Caribbean and Transformers films could rely on international audience to make up for a lackluster domestic box office. While popular in the United States, the Star Wars franchise in general has failed to make much of a dent in the international market, especially compared to franchises like the MCU, The Fast and the Furious, and Jurassic World. As the New York Times notes, a key part of that is China. Yep, Star Wars does not sell in China. One of the biggest movie markets in the world, the Chinese audiences simply don't have the same connection to Star Wars as U.S. audiences. The original films simply weren't available in the 70s and 80s. The sequels can't ride on nostalgia. The result is that The Rise of Skywalker gets hit with both a relatively unenthusiastic domestic audience and an uninterested international audience. After Rise of Skywalker, Disney's giving the franchise time to rest. The next film series isn't scheduled to hit theaters until 2022, assuming there are no delays or changes in the plan. Issues that plague the last several films. So the future of Star Wars for now lies in the smaller shows like The Mandalorian, which just concluded its well-received first season on Disney Plus. new streaming service. A second season is already in the works, and as are 2 other live-action shows based on Rogue One's Cassian Andor, Diego Luna, and the prequel trilogy's iteration of a younger Obi-Wan Kenobi, played once again by Ewan McGregor. Star Wars will return to the big screen at some point, as the Rise of Skywalker shows. Even poorly received Star Wars films are still usually billion-dollar blockbusters. But with the lore-heavy Skywalker saga concluded, it's likely the next phase of Star Wars will look a little more like Marvel or Fast and Furious films, emphasizing more standalone, bite-sized adventures that don't have all the baggage of the past films attached. So, yeah. That's what they're leaning towards, is that whole, I don't know, man. I don't think doing an MCU formula with Star Wars is going to work. I think they'll pay the price for their lack of vision.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this, like the Cassian Andor show that nobody really wants. The only reason anybody wants to see that is because they know Alan Tudyk's going to be in it.
Yeah, I do love me some K2SO though.
Yes, he was a great character, but a whole show based on Cassian Andor, I mean, that's like he's just a boring character.
It's not a perfect product, but out of what's come out, it's more the Mandalorian and Rogue One are like what I wanted from future Star Wars. I never wanted episode 7, 8, 9. I didn't think it was necessary. I just wanted like other stories about other people in the same universe. That's it. That's all I want you to give me. I don't want you to connect this fucking Skywalker shit anymore at all, especially after the last run.
I'm telling you, what they're going to do right now is they said they're going to take this back like 400 years before the Skywalker saga or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're going to do the world beyond worlds, and Rey's going to travel back in time, and Rey's going to be the most powerful Jedi back then too.
Why you got to cut me like that, man?
I'm telling you, man.
Why you do that to me?
They're going to be like, because Kathleen Kennedy is not going to be able to let go.
We know the reality. You're killing the dream. Keep the dream alive.
She won't be able to let go of this character, because she'll either try to entice Daisy Ridley to stay on in some shape or form, because they've already talked about doing an animated series continuing her adventures on Disney Plus, which is fine as long as it's not a fucking movie. I don't care, because I don't want to see any more movies with Rey. I'm sorry.
I'm fine with Gina Carano too, dude. You know what she remind me of? You guys ever seen The Magnificent Seven?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a long time ago.
She's Stephen McQueen. She is. She's Steve McQueen. She's totally embodied Steve McQueen. She doesn't have to say a lot. She kind of subdued, skeptical, a little bit of side cracks once in a while. She's Steve McQueen.
Gina Carano.
I want to bet that Kathleen Kennedy's going to get a contract extension.
No. She don't want to fuck with this shit anymore. If she can get a higher position where she doesn't have to deal with this, the geeks and the nerds and the lore and get more money doing less work, you think she's going to hang on to this? No.
Who's that?
Less
Kennedy?
work. She ain't doing any work.
Yeah, Kennedy.
No, she's going. They're going to try to replace her with that Michelle Rejwan anyway. She's like Kathleen Kennedy Jr. though. That's the problem. She's a like 30 or early to mid 30s Kathleen Kennedy apple off the tree.
Well, Kathleen Kennedy don't do any work, first of all. Second of all, how much higher can you get than CEO of Star Wars? Are you going to be on the board of Disney? Because you're already basically there.
Watch. Well, Bob Iger is going to run for president, so she'll probably replace him.
Balls in your court, Disney. That's all I got to say. Balls in your court.
I think they're pushing her out. Her contract's up in 2021. She signed that 3-year extension in was it early 2018? I think it was, or no, late 2018, like September. And it was very quiet. Her people had to leak it to the press. Y'all remember that, because World Class covered the shit out of that. So
yeah, as soon as that news broke out, Jeff was on air.
Yep. So her contract extension is up in 2021 anyway. So if they can kind of softly get her to exit stage right, and I'm thinking that it's going to be, I don't see them.
I just want her to be done sometime in my lifetime.
But I don't see them replacing her with Michelle Rejwan, because I think they're not gonna want more of the same. because that's what they're going to get. That's where you got to take Jon Favreau and give him all the money, because you've got all the money, and say, we want you and Filoni to run Star Wars. And if Filoni doesn't want to do it, Favreau can do it, because he was so integral in the MCU.
All right, replace her with Deborah Chow then. If it has to be a woman,
I would be fine with that.
Yeah, do Deborah Chow. Deborah Chow did some of my favorite episodes in this season.
I would be absolutely fine with her.
Literally all the convincing I need. I just need somebody that treats these things with care.
That's it.
Or Michelle Rejwan.
Right.
Or Michelle Rejwan will like do the same thing Kathleen Kennedy say. Be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, and that, and we're gonna be true to the characters and all that, and then do exactly what Kathleen Kennedy did.
That's why I don't
I just want somebody that treats this thing like something other than a lifeless logo. Okay, like a soulless logo, which is what it's been treated as for the last 4 years.
They could easily just make Jon Favreau the head, but they don't. They could make Dave Filoni the head.
I don't know how things are going to change in the next year. I mean, we're in a new era. We're in a new decade. I think some of this social bullshit is going to finally pass, and that's what's going to matter. If this kind of stuff isn't super important anymore, then yeah, in a perfect realistic world, it would be either Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni for sure. Sure. All right, they would be in charge. But if we still have to do this empowerment thing, then at least put somebody in there that can respect the source material and not treat it like a soulless logo. That's all I'm asking. You got 2 hits. Now, one of them we're not really crazy about, but it still made a shitload of money. So you got, Rise of Soy Walker made a shitload of money, but then you also got Mandalorian, which seems to have everybody liking it. Mm-hmm. I don't hear a lot of people shitting on that show. I showed it to my parents. They liked it.
Yeah, my mom freaking watched the whole first season.
Dude, you know what the first thing on my mom's mouth was? So why didn't they just do this to begin with? And I looked at her and I shrugged. I'm like, that's all we've been talking about for the last 3 months. Why? Why couldn't they just let off with this?
This is what you were capable of, and that's what you gave us.
This is what happens when you put it in the right hands. So you know all this stuff that we've been talking about Dave Filoni had nothing to do with what happens to be between his legs or what color his skin is. It was about he was the right person to do the right job. See what we mean? This is what we were talking about.
Don't worry about checking boxes. Just worry about putting the right people in the right places, and everything falls right into line.
And if you want to make money, then those are the boxes that you need to be checking. Is like, who is the right person for the job? These guys.
Guys, I think I'm just going to quit my job now, and I'm just going to start getting coffee for people at Lucasfilm and just kind of work my way up. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do that because I think that's my best bet for success. Just
you spend every morning at Starbucks, standing in line, fetching coffee for 18 different people. Like, listen.
Oh yeah, I'll be on first name basis,
yelling out numbers. Yeah,
I'll be first name basis with everybody at the store. Just be like, hey, dude. I need the fucking
Kathleen Kennedy Cody pretzel. The coffee bitch is here. All right, Cody the coffee bitch.
Yeah. No, I could do that. I could work my way up in Lucasfilm, and I could probably, get a director's spot on a spin-off movie. Like,
and then as soon as you get that position, make sure you fire all them sons of bitches.
Yeah, like the Jabba the Hutt Star Wars story, where he just kind of slides everywhere.
Just, dude, if you get that, just do a Rada the Hutt movie so EVS will stop talking about it.
Yeah,
just do a fucking Rada the Hutt movie.
Get Tarantino to direct it.
No, because then we'll have to see Rada's feet all movie.
Yep. I give enough shit about the Hutts as I do.
It doesn't have feet, like, Pete. It's a slug. It's got
fucking Cardi B, so I think that would be a good fit for me. Just like Lucasfilm not caring about Star Wars, they make movies about things they don't care about, so. Why not?
If Tarantino did a movie about Rada the Hutt would have feet and they would be on camera half the movie.
No, dude, you can't put feet on a slug. You can't put feet on something that didn't have feet to begin with. Come on,
that's not how the Force works.
That's not how the Hutts work. They don't have feet.
One fucking toe. I don't know.
Yeah, there'll be definitely a lot of dirty toe action. For sure.
Like Patrick Starr just have stubs.
It'll just like show a dirty tail. It'll just like hover on it for like fucking 20 seconds. Just long enough to make everybody.
Oh, hey, right there. Leo Red says, hey, Goober, hire Elizabeth Banks.
Oh, Leo!
Charlie's Angels in Space.
Oh,
in space.
Pigs.
It'll just be a bunch of Twi'leks. It'll just be a bunch of Twi'leks and like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants type movie.
I mean, I've seen that video on one of the hubs.
Yeah,
I would unashamedly watch that because I am obsessed with Twi'leks.
yeah. What's her name? Darth. No.
Darth Talon?
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
No, but
There is Twi'lek porn. There already is.
Yes, there is. Yes, there
They're
is.
just gonna sit around and sip blue milk all day at a cafe and just complain about their boyfriends.
Oh, here, travel Leo Red, Sisterhood of the Traveling Space Helmet.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's going to take place in that one episode, episode 4 of The Mandalorian. They're going to be on that one planet. And they're just going to like pick blue shrimp all day.
Hey, don't you talk about my episode 4 is where we got my girl in there, man.
Oh well, she don't belong on that planet. She belongs doing cool stuff.
She does. That's the thing. Like they need to. I just want to see her just blowing more shit up. Like she's just a badass character too. She's not OP. She's not. She's a badass. She was a shock trooper. So I'm cool with it. That's the widow in episode 4 being a crack shot with a gun. Some people are kind of getting. This is the thing about. I looked at her. Like she is out there, she's a widow, right? That's a pretty like wild ass like planet. You've got those, what are they?
Dog people.
Yeah, the dog people like raiding your camp all the time. She's taking care of her kid out there, and it's
They're
her.
Klatooians.
Are they Klatooians? Was that what they were? All right.
Did you guys see that show that was on AMC for a little? I think it's still running, or maybe it's coming to a close soon. But it's called Into the Badlands. Did you ever see that?
I watched like half of season 1, and it lost me.
It lost me too, but I think if you had something similar to that and put a Star Wars spin on it, it would be great. Because like everybody's been bitching about, we don't have a lot of good lightsaber fights and things like that. You bring in some people, you bring in some cool wire fu, you have some excellent sword fights. Set that in the New Republic or Old Republic universe. That would work. That would be something different. Yeah.
I'd like to see them go with like the Knights of the
Jedi's in their prime. Jedi's being trained. Jedi. It would be nice to see a Jedi actually do the trials.
Yep,
that Obi-Wan talked about.
That's what I expected in episode 7, but we didn't fucking get that, did we?
No, we sure as fuck didn't, dude. We got some kind of half-ass training montage with Princess Leia.
I was expecting a new Jedi Order, but we didn't fucking get that.
They should do. They should go
Well,
back.
see, that's what they were doing in the Timothy Zahn book. So if you would have done those stories, but reasons. So
I want to see Luke Skywalker swing a lightsaber. We didn't fucking get that, did we?
Well, you got.
I don't need to see Luke Skywalker anymore, man. And it's not any slight on Mark Hamill. I don't hate the guy or anything. It's just I've seen enough Luke Skywalker. I want to move past this Skywalker saga. I want to see new characters played by different actors that haven't done this shit before, doing different things in the same universe.
I'm still gonna be butthurt like years from now about this.
No, well, I've seen the possibility of things being good, and I'm trying to be optimistic because I have lived my life in negativity for so long, so many years, that I really want to move past this and have something to look forward to. I just do. I would like to be more optimistic, and I've seen good things come from Star Wars here recently, and it can happen, man. And you know how we were having that show, I think it was maybe on this channel right here, where it's like, okay, well, what would your idea be of a good Star Wars movie? Since I've seen Mandalorian, I've started thinking of possibilities of things that might work because I've seen something that works. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you want to see something that really works? You wanna blow up my screen, Cody?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Can't wait.
Oh, it's not worth the hype, but I like it.
I see a hazing ritual in progress.
Poor. Wait, leave that up there. Leave that up there. That's so freaking great.
Oh, Sal, you need to get one of those little paddles, like the fucking sorority paddles, and just turn this into full blown fucking hazing ritual, like pledge ritual.
Oh, poor bootleg Spider-Man.
Spooder man.
Spooder man. You need to glue some eyebrows on him and turn him into the Turkish Spider-Man.
Turkish Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
Turkish Spider-Man needs an actual action figure.
He does.
He really does. Thank you, Sal.
You're welcome.
Yes,
There's more
dude.
to come.
More to come.
So speaking of Turkish Spider-Man, we're going to that's gonna be we're doing that again. We're gonna do that on my channel. We're gonna do a watch party on that
Bring
one.
it back. Yeah.
Yep.
Bring it back.
Yeah. We haven't it's I love that movie.
You know, we haven't done a boardroom episode where it's also a watch party. That's also a possibility.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the four of us riffing on something, you know. That
Oh,
could
absolutely.
happen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We daydream out loud. Sorry, folks.
Yeah. That's all right. It's kind of
That's literally how quick these things happen. It's like we think of it, we say it like, hey, that's a great idea. Let's do it. And then it's done.
Yep. It happens. That's what happens when you're with the board.
Like, hey, let's have Sal make action figures of us, and then we'll pose them and do goofy things.
And next thing you know, there's action figures of us.
You're welcome, folks. I hope you all enjoyed as much as we do.
Let's see.
All right. So, did you want to get all going with the episode 9 leaks?
Yeah, man. Why not? Go. You got that one right.
Yeah. So,
All right.
Episode 9 was originally going to be directed by Colin Trevorrow, who did how many movies has he done? He did the new Jurassic World movies.
Yep.
What else has he done?
Let me look that up for you. You keep going, and I will.
Well, in the meantime, we're going to be going and looking at the leaks from episode 9 that was actually supposed to happen before Colin Trevorrow got fired. Or did he quit? Did he quit?
I think they got rid of him.
Okay.
Didn't they?
I don't want to watch John Boyega.
Well,
But, okay. So this is from Esquire, as you can see, if you're watching. But the original Star Wars Episode 9 script has allegedly leaked, and it's much better than The Rise of Skywalker. Anything to do with these characters, in my opinion, not that great. But, hey, why not read about it, look at it, try to compare the two? I don't want to watch Yeah Boyega. I don't care. Damn video games want to play. Okay. So, article from Esquire. Never underestimate Star Wars leakers. The devoted group of fans who post daily on the Reddit Star Wars Leaks subreddit somehow managed to publish a fairly comprehensive script breakdown of The Rise of Skywalker months before its release. And it was real to anyone who read that the breakdown had the entire movie spoiled. Hell, the Star Wars leakers even acquired 2 images straight from the film's ending, all the way back in October. We don't know how they do it, but they don't seem to be stopping anytime soon.
They're called
This
cell
week-
phones. It's not that hard.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
has them. Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, it doesn't matter how many
Yeah, between
contracts.
GoPros and cell phones and pocket cams, they're not hard, expensive. They're not hard to come by. It's easy to get those leaks, folks.
It
Seriously.
doesn't matter how many contracts the staff and crew of the movie sign. They're still going to be able to somehow get in there and leak shit. So,
Yep.
not that hard. And people
Probably
that are doing
because
test screenings too.
Probably because somebody working on that staff was just as pissed off as you are, Cody. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm going to make the world know that injustices are being served.
Well, yeah,
I would-
Boyega left the script in the goddamn hotel room.
It shows you how much he thought of that fucking movie.
Boyega's
Yeah,
Boyega's fandom menace, though, baby. He don't care.
I don't know if that's
Probably farted on
true,
it before
but
he
I
left
think
it
it's kind
there.
of funny though.
I'm still just making that joke. I say he's our operative in the fandom menace.
These are low key operative.
Yep.
I think it's funny as hell. Okay, so this week the subreddit is pouring through a brand new document that allegedly describes blow by blow the first script for episode 9 that was written by its original director and writer team, Colin Trevorrow and Derek Conley. What do they claim the final film in the Rise of Skywalker saga was going to be titled? Duel of Fates. Not a bad title. Okay, that's not how I feel about it. I think it's stupid as fuck because everybody knows Duel of Fates is the song from episode 1. Why would you name a movie after that song? Whatever. But I heard a couple things about it before reading this earlier today from a buddy of mine at work, and it sounds a lot cooler than what happened in The Rise of Skywalker, but let's continue. None of this has been verified by Disney or Trevorrow, of course, and story details are known to change all the time throughout production, so it's hard to say if any of this would have remained in the final cut of the film. But if true, Trevorrow's version for the end of the Skywalker saga was wildly different than the mediocre movie we got from J.J. Abrams. I'm surprised Esquire wrote this. The biggest difference is the absence of our evil friend, Emperor Palpatine. The leak says that Duel of Fates puts a bigger emphasis on Kylo Ren, Rey, the First Order, and the Resistance than the Eternal Sith Lord. That is to say, the action comes from the unrest between these opposing forces, not an entirely new or very old threat of Darth Sidious. Palpatine is mentioned in the breakdown, but based on the scene descriptions in the breakdown, he doesn't seem to actually appear in the film. Duel of Fates opens with a pretty vague crawl. The iron grip of the First Order has spread to the furthest reaches of the galaxy. Only a few scattered planets remain unoccupied. Traitorous acts are punishable by death. Determined to suffocate a growing unrest, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren has silenced all communication between neighboring systems. Led by General Leia Organa, the Resistance has planned a secret mission to prevent their annihilation and forge a path to freedom. That is a very well-written crawl, if that was true. Don't you agree?
It's a lot better than the other one I read. But
Yeah.
bear in mind, I never went and saw episode 9, but
Oh,
Nor did I.
Crawl.
If you
That-
guys want to
yeah.
go watch Mahler's new Unbridled Rage of it, you literally just gotta watch that, and then you know the movie.
I want to watch
He won't
that.
leave
I,
any stone unturned.
I love his reviews. I just haven't had a spare 2 hours to sit down and watch
I don't
it
know
yet.
how that man finds that many hours in the day to do what he does. I
No.
have a hard time trying to put together a 5-6 minute video in one day. This guy just does. He has 4 and 6 hour freaking sittings where he just analyzes every word. It's insane.
Oh, well, he's very elaborate with his work, and he pays attention really well to the.
He must have a time machine where he can slow things down and make things work better. I don't know. I can't. I don't know how he does it.
Well, I'm sure
Got
he.
that
Well, he
Hermione
also does.
hack.
He does the EFAP shows, and he also probably, more than likely, watches leaked footage online.
I watched part of one EFAP. I couldn't finish it. I'm
Don't
like, man,
worry.
we've been going
Don't
at
worry,
it for
Bruce.
3
That
hours.
episode's still going.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Those,
the most recent one's probably still going. Yeah.
I'll say those episodes are like 10 hours long. They
Oh my God.
start taping one and they start recording another one before that one's even done.
Oh man.
They're good though.
They are.
5 hours
Oh,
long,
yeah,
but
it's-
they're good.
Quality is not in question here. Yeah.
But all right. So, in continuation of this, this opening text isn't too far off from what's going on at the onset of Rise of Skywalker, except for the whole dead speaking thing. So apparently, Palpatine broadcasts the fact that he's fucking alive to everybody in the galaxy. So it's why would you do that?
Party on Exegol. Woo woo.
Palpatine never made it known in the prequels.
The only thing that would make
he
it even
was like,
funnier is if
you
you
know.
sent one of those chain emails to somebody and they had a little GIF of him with
Yep.
playing "Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love." Now playing at the same time. Yeah.
Join me for a celebration of my life on Exegol
Come and
BYO.
get your
Life Day.
love.
It's BYOB.
Come and get your love.
We're having a key party. Dr. Afra is up for grabs.
I think it would have been better if he'd sent out everyone invitations to that fire festival. Because that's about what we got. We got all these
Burning Man.
invites for this promise of something great, and it ended up being total shit and a rip.
This the Star Wars version of Burning Man. Why were we not surprised?
Yeah.
Why were we not surprised?
And that's
Well,
where
Burning
Lan-
Man was Anakin on Mustafar.
Yep.
Burning Man, but with no nudity. How unfortunate.
There is a burnt wiener somewhere over there.
Somewhere along the shores of Mustafar.
Join my bonfire on Mustafar.
Mustafa.
That's one of my claim to fame is that one of the custom toys I made ended up on the High Council.
Yep. Oh,
Did you guys watch last night?
I didn't see it last night, but I
didn't watch
was
all
it,
of
was
it.
it on? Did it end up on there last night?
No, the Charred Phallus showed up in the chat, sent in a chat and said, you know, in reference to showing the toy being on one of them. He's like,
Yeah.
I finally was on a high council and still wasn't granted the rank of master.
Fantastic.
Oh my god.
Because I saw the video when Jeff opened that thing. The gimmick. Didn't you make one of those or something?
Yeah, I took a hot dog that I bought, and then I got a Darth Vader Pez dispenser. I pulled the head off of it, and I screwed it onto the hot dog.
This is why
Makes me
we
think of that
love
movie,
Sal.
Thomas Party.
He's a genius with this stuff. He's great with props.
Don't worry, I already got the next scene set up, and it'll be the last one for the night.
Like if if the YouTube thing never works out for you, you could always be a prop comedian. I'm telling you, you got ideas, man.
You can work on robot kicking. You're coming for you, Carrot Top. He's actually from my like my neck of the woods.
Is it still he, or I heard he was transitioning? Is that a thing?
Oh God.
I don't know.
Oh God, Sal, if you had more free time, man, I would make like a robot chicken with all these action figures. You know, it would take like a long time to get those that stop, pose.
That's the stop motion I did for my channel for the Halloween video. It's only like 30 seconds of footage. It took me like 5 hours to make it.
Yeah, that's the problem, man. You're a busy guy. I'm a busy guy. Holy shit! But yeah, that'd be fun to do. Wow.
Oh, but okay, so continue on with the article. But the big difference here is the state of Kylo Ren. According to the description, the moody Dark Lord has, like Luke Skywalker, vanished. He's off on Mustafar, skulking around Darth Vader's castle, haunted by the ghost of Luke Skywalker. Ren does find an ancient Sith device, but it's not the Wayfinder, like in Rise of Skywalker. It's a holocron, which leads him to someone named Tor Valum, the Sith teacher of Palpatine. So I guess the whole Darth Plagueis thing got thrown out the window, but whatever.
I suppose so.
Yep. It's Tor Valum now, baby.
Whatever. Fucking
So,
bullshit.
Question. Luke's never been to Mustafar, so why would he be haunting Mustafar specifically?
Yeah, it didn't make
I
any
guess
sense.
I guess it's haunting his mind, I guess, or just
it'd have
haunting
to be.
Kylo Ren himself instead of the place.
Yeah, he'd have to be haunting Kylo, but at the same time, if I was a Force Ghost and I could manifest anywhere, I'm not going to follow him around.
No.
Try to turn him back, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
I know I tried to kill you last time, but have you thought about coming to the light side of the Force again?
Listen, forgive and forget, man. Forgive and forget. Come on. It's no big deal. It's just no big deal.
Just let it go.
Guys, I knew that I wasn't really that important in the last movie. Could you put me in and use me a little bit more, and I'll haunt this kid, and I'll go on Mustafar, and I'll find the burnt wiener. That'll be the MacGuffin.
Oh my god.
I don't know why Luke Skywalker has 4 different voices, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, he is a voice actor, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you watch him in Nightfall, though, he's basically just being the Joker with a British accent.
Oh god.
It's
I gotta
really
watch
good,
that now.
though. It's actually a really good show.
I've been meaning to watch that.
It's worth it.
Alright, so both Ren and Rey, of course their names are similar. Both Ren and Rey seem to be trying to put an end to the Sith and the Jedi. It's a story detail that many expected to appear in Episode 9, putting an end to the centuries-old conflict between these warring religions. That's fucking stupid. Rey believes there's still good in Kylo, and Kylo realizes that it was love that clouded Darth Vader's perception.
Oh God.
We can keep it a secret. There are some great...
Don't tell anybody, or you'll get in trouble too.
Don't tell anyone that I'm pregnant, even though my stomach's going out to the fucking, Utapau system, but whatever. There are some great highlights in this alleged leaked script, too. Rose Tico and BB-8 get a heist sequence of their own. Holy shit.
Yep.
I haven't read this article yet, so that's funny, dude. I can't even imagine that. What is she, sit on, his head, and then they just fucking roll, so she kind of, rides him like a little scooter?
Hell yeah. It's one of those personal massagers from Spencer's.
Excuse me. Move, please. Beep, 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 beep.
I
Move,
just
please.
like to picture her just holding onto the dome head between her and she has her knees up to her chest and just going across the ground. Even though it'd be much faster for her to just walk.
faster, BB-8. He's like, bitch, you weigh as much as. Actually, she's not even big. That's just that potato sack made her look big in Last Jedi. But yeah, it'd be like that scene in Seinfeld where George is trying to run away on the rascal scooter from the other old people, and he runs out of battery, so he just picks the scooter up and starts carrying it.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what Rose should do with BB-8, is just pick him up and carry him.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, the Resistance, including Poe and Finn, steal a goddamn Star Destroyer. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like an 82 Buick. You just rub the wires together under the dashboard, and the bitch just starts right up. They keep the keys in the visor.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren fights a Darth... What? Kylo Ren fights a Darth Vader. What does that mean?
It's probably like the cave in Dagobah, I'm sure.
Yep.
And Chewie even pilots an X-Wing. He's not even...
He's
too
tall.
big.
He couldn't fit in an X-Wing.
Maybe a Y-Wing, but... Actually, not even a Y-Wing. What the shit? Alright. In the end, it's revealed that Kylo Ren killed Rey's parents. She's not a Palpatine, she's just Rey. The Force ghosts of Luke, Obi-Wan, and Yoda all assist Rey in her final battle against Ren. Why would she even bother fighting? They could just fucking lightning his ass and then call it a day. Oh my god. The Jedi all try to bring Ben back to the light, but they are unsuccessful. As the leak says, Ben is extinguished. Wow. You can read the full breakdown on Reddit or listen to a live review of the script by fan YouTuber Robert Meyer Burnett. Real or not, the alternate story for episode 9 feels cathartic to read right now. It's refreshing to imagine anything different than the film J.J. Abrams made. Who knows, maybe Trevorrow will actually get to direct a Star Wars movie someday. So, how do you guys feel all about that? Would you guys have liked to see that? Would you... I mean, I know half of us haven't even seen The Rise of Skywalker, but considering the things you guys have heard that haven't seen it, would you guys prefer to watch this or the thing that we got now?
Honestly, yeah, go ahead.
I feel like this one's a solid turd compared to Loose Diarrhea. So they're both shit. It's just I know which one I'd rather deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer to see this. I'd like to see Darth Vader pwn Kylo Ren, but since they hate the original trilogy characters, they probably would have had Kylo beating him. But
yeah, all of this just clearly tells me that they were just completely out of ideas. Like, it's like, what could we do to really make this thing go out with a bang? Since it's already been destroyed in the last movie, where do we go from here? I was checked out after the last one. I'm thinking, I'm like, what scenario could this possibly be good? And there's nothing that came to mind, like nothing. So,
I would have liked
to answer your question, I feel nothing. I don't think either one of them would have got me in the door.
No, none of them would have gotten me in. Old Rise of Skywalker got me in the door, but I went with my buddies, so it's kind of.
Yeah, this one's like I said. I y'all know I had to see it. This leaks. I mean, the leaks sound worse than what we got, and part of it. I mean, like more. Do you really want more Rose Tico? I mean, we might not have gotten like all the bullshit we got in this one, but I mean, it didn't really sound any better. It really didn't. It just sounded like more of a hot mess. I don't know. Is that just me?
I think it's unnecessary, just like a lot of the stuff we've already gotten. But why would you have the Force ghosts fight a Sith Lord?
Yeah.
Why would Rey even think about fighting Kylo if she had Force ghosts on her side?
If you keep asking yourself why, or asking yourself these questions, or just even asking these questions, you're going to give yourself a migraine.
You're going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't want to do this. Yeah, you don't want to do this, dude.
So here's something to think about. I was thinking about this just a second ago when we were talking about like if Trevorrow was replaced or had fired. So it says he left the project due to creative differences, was replaced by JJ. However, this was done by September 2017.
Yep.
Last Jedi didn't come out until December of 2017. So Rose Tico being in the script.
Yeah, it doesn't add up.
Yeah, so that's why I'm taking that with a grain of salt. Like, I'm sure that he was made aware of Rose Tico and all that kind of shit, but it's like at the same time, I don't know how authentic that leaked script is.
Yep.
It's some well-crafted fan fiction.
You know?
So was The Last Jedi, and that made it to the
2 words, clickbait.
Yep. There's a lot in there that it's just, I don't know. Like they talked, oh God, didn't they say they were going to involve? Well, they already talked about the son of Mortis. That was supposed to be Matt Smith, but that was supposedly all cut out because he shot his. That's the JJ cut.
Honestly, it would have been better if he had just been a young Palpatine. Like,
Yeah.
if that was a clone of Palpatine that had been gestating and then it gets awoken or awakened or something somehow, like that would have been a lot better than I somehow survived the Death Star.
Yeah.
If you think about it, Matt Smith got the best deal in all of this because he went in, shot his scenes,
got paid,
collected a paycheck,
Yep.
didn't have the scenes used, so he doesn't have to hear any of the shit from the fans.
Yep.
Perfect job. The perfect job.
I'm just gonna say this though: the motherfucker fell into a reactor and got evaporated. I've gotten worse burns from a frying pan on the stove.
Yep.
Like
yeah.
But whatever. What do I know?
No, and now Matt Smith is the main villain in Morbius.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you've ever seen him do his villains, he's really good at it.
Yeah, I'd like to see him do his eyebrows.
Part of the reason that they had him do Doctor Who, I'm not going to turn this into a Doctor Who stream, I promise. But the reason that they had Matt Smith is he was the most logical replacement for the guy that's before him,
David Tennant.
David Tennant, Matt Smith had that ability to be really scary when they wanted to be, which is what the Doctor is all about. Like he's this really old guy. Most of the time, he's a pretty nice guy, cracking some jokes. But when you piss him off, he will remind you that he's the fucking Doctor and he's lived for centuries and he knows more than anybody else. They all have that scary moment in those episodes. So that's why both of those guys, when they went on off of that show, they played villains in shows and did really well because that's why they were hired.
If you don't believe us, go watch Harry Potter, the 4th one. He's Barty Crouch Jr.
And even though I wasn't really crazy about
oh shit, I didn't realize that was him.
Jessica
God bless.
Jessica Jones, I wasn't really crazy about the show, but when David
Man.
Tennant showed up, he was so terrifying in that role.
That was the only reason why I was able to make it through that season at all.
Really freaked me out at the end there. Yeah, I was like, wow.
Spoiler alert, even though it's been out for like almost 5 years, when they killed him in the last episode, I was like, you dumb motherfuckers. Like, he had that girl hostage, he was getting on a boat, I was like, that's your setup for season 2, and you kill him. What the fuck?
I never watched any of that show.
Don't waste your time.
Okay, that's what I've heard.
It's not a great show. It really isn't because it's really hard to like Jessica Jones. She's a very unlikable character.
Well, that's what's her name, Kristen Ritter. She was in Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23.
And she was the chick that OD'd, Jesse's girlfriend in Breaking Bad.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
See, I watched like one season of Breaking Bad. I don't remember.
We're all
You
confused.
need to watch the whole show, dude. It's really good.
That's what everybody says. It gets really good in like season 2.
Like I get what they were trying to do there. Like you have shows where you have people in the lead where they're like really abrasive and they have a lot of enemies, probably more enemies than friends. But those shows always show you some moment where you realize that they have some good in them and they have their own set of morals or priorities. You know, Jessica Jones, I didn't get any of that. I just didn't. I couldn't stand her through the entire thing. I couldn't even stand her in The Defenders. I'm like, this character just sucks.
Oh yeah, because I mean, not to make this into a MCU like TV discussion, but because she has to be likable in some degree. Because Luke Cage, who's very likable, they end up as like one of Marvel's power couples. Like they have kids together, so it's like, if no one can like her, how is Luke Cage, one of the most likable guys, supposed to like her?
Now, Luke Cage, I enjoyed the whole freaking thing. That was a good time for me. I enjoyed all of Luke Cage. I at some point need to finish watching the most recent season of it. But yeah, that one was a good time because that one had better characters, had more. You have to have somebody you can like. You can like. People in 2019, 2020 need to understand what the fuck a protagonist is.
Yeah. And they
Star Wars included.
And Mahershala Ali was amazing as Cottonmouth.
You know that moment in The Mandalorian, damn it, when he goes back and rescues that baby Yoda, That's the moment right there where you discover who your protagonist is.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's a bounty hunter that had a change of heart. That's all you had to do. You didn't have to elaborate on it. You just had to have him power down the machine and go back. And you knew damn well that's called character development right there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think we're gonna be getting. I mean, I don't know. Mandalorian's good. I'm expecting to see more good stuff from that, but I'm not really too convinced on the Obi-Wan show yet.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, as far as video games and everything else, we're getting shit. So, but the damage has been done so far. We can look forward to the Mandalorian and just keep our fingers crossed. Really, hopefully we get some more cool action figures. But
Poor Goober, you need a hug.
I
If
know.
you were right in front of me, I'd give you a big hug right now.
I need a hug.
Buy you a beer. You know, you feel so dejected by Star Wars, but I know how you feel. I get it.
Yep, we're here for you, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I appreciate it, guys. You guys are good friends. You know,
You have to think that at some point it's not going to always all be bad. You know, you just have to.
Well, I mean, I got my 2 friends, Hennessy and Tito's here, so
You'll always have Bogan.
you're bugging. Yeah.
Bogan dick.
Bogan chick.
Dick.
Son of a bogan chick.
On 3. On Bogan's dick on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bogan
Yeah.
All right.
That was the weirdest chant I've ever been a part of.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, next episode we can all simultaneously go, clap those cheeks, clap them cheeks, clap them cheeks.
Only if Spider-Man's moving them at the same time.
Yep, you got to do that too.
So what is that? Knockoff Spider-Man or counterfeit Spider-Man?
Bootleg Spider-Man.
Bootleg Spider-Man. There we go.
I mean, we can practice that tonight if you guys want.
No, I got other things I need to do. But we can make that for a rainy day.
Oh yeah, we'll save that for off air. All right, so who wants to go next? Sal, you want to go with the?
I'll lead in with G.I. Joe, and then we'll discuss Morbius.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
it's kind of a light topic. There's not a whole lot yet, but a couple days ago on Instagram, someone I tried to track down the original post, but it seems like every original post is just a screenshot. Supposedly, Hasbro is renewing their, not renewing their license, but they're bringing back their original IP of G.I. Joe in the 6-inch scale. The characters for this wave of only 5 characters, at least that are leaked, is Snake Eyes, Duke, Scarlet, Roadblock, and my favorite, Destro. So, if this rumor turns out to be true, I'm going to go pre-order 1 of each, so 10 total.
Same.
However, the thing that makes me kind of not trust it so much is there was speculate, like, again, I can't find the original source or who leaked it or figured it out, but they found this out, but there's no pictures or anything, just a list. And I realized that there is a Snake Eyes movie coming out at the end of the year, so now would be a good time for them to try and bring that back. However, Hasbro's been hammering their anniversary lines, like 80th anniversary Marvel, 40th anniversary for New Hope, and now 40th anniversary for Empire. So G.I. Joe's 40th anniversary is 2022, so it's in 2 years. It would make more sense, at least in keeping with their traditional marketing strategy, for them to wait 2 years and then relaunch it. But people are excited, at least some people are excited. There's a lot of animosity in the G.I. Joe collectors group saying that they hate the 6-inch scale. They want 3 3/4, and it's like, you all not even 6 months ago were complaining that there was no new Joe stuff on the market.
People don't know what the fuck they want, do they?
Yeah, and they're like, well, like, some of the people are purists. They only want O-ring 3 3/4, which is fine. I do love those. And then some people are, well, they want the 25th line to come back because they didn't do it.
Dude, I love the 25th line. I fucking love those figures so much.
And the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure that Hasbro, it's more cost efficient for them to do those 25th lines than it is for them to do O-rings, because that requires a lot of, like, you got to turn screws and shit. But
requires metal, which is, like, I think forbidden in some countries now.
It's more of a choking hazard and whatnot. And the one caveat to that is that they want in the 6-inch scale. They also are afraid that they won't get any ships. Like there won't be any, Sky Striker. There won't be any Rattler, which
That's a reasonable complaint.
that's it's a reasonable complaint. However, I offer up the fact that for the prelude leading up to episode 7, they did the TIE Fighter in that scale. No one
Oh
bought
yeah,
it.
that was a pretty nice ship too.
Yeah, no one bought it. I don't
Too
blame them.
expensive. Yeah.
Well, it was only about $100. Like that's how much it goes for now. It's about $100 even on the secondhand market. But
$100 is a lot of money for a brand new toy, though.
I mean, Hot Toys.
I mean,
are
not for us.
$300?
Guys like you and me are nuts. We'll spend $100 on that kind of
Right.
stuff. But the general public, they're like, I'm paying $100 for that.
But that's the thing. Like that's who's going to buy it is not the general public. It's going to be us.
But
So-
that's just it. How many of those do you mass produce?
Right.
It's like how many of us idiots like that? Us old school Joe fans are gonna pay for.
No,
something like that.
the only thing I have to say is real estate on that. Like that's going to take up a lot of real estate in someone's collection. Like a 6-inch scale Sky Striker or a Rattler.
Oh my God!
Now the Killer Whale would never be made in the 6-inch scale, not unless it was like a Hasbro Pulse fucking HasLab thing. But
Dude, the
so-
Terror Dome would be like your
God.
whole room, dude. Be like your whole room.
The USS flag in 6-inch scale.
It's like
Holy shit.
You have to build a new garage just to fit the 6-inch figures. Oh my God!
That'd
Yeah,
be
so-
fucking amazing.
It would be amazing. I'd have to get a second
You wouldn't
apartment.
be able to
just fit
afford it. Yeah, you'd have to take out a second mortgage to pay for it, though.
I'd actually go get a job to get something like that.
Yeah. Now,
Or in the
the
streets. I
thing
guess.
is that people aren't thinking about and that no one seems to want to mention is the fact that there is a movie coming out at the end of the year. And 2 of the characters that are in this line have been cast in this movie, so I'm cautiously optimistic that I'm hoping against hope that this figure line is not tied to that movie. I don't want a movie version of Snake Eyes. I don't want a movie version of Scarlet. I want as close and the other thing I don't want, I want them to take the cartoon characters or the original 3 3/4 and just blow them up to 6-inch because I don't want a modern reimagining. I don't need all these tactical pockets and everything else, and I just keep it classic, keep it simple, and it'll sell like hotcakes. But if they try to reimagine it like they did with Sigma 6,
Oh
It's-
no, yeah, or Venom versus Valor. Ugh.
or G.I. Joe Extreme,
Sigma 6 was the worst though, man. That was the absolute worst. Like even Extreme, I could almost get down with, even though I didn't buy any of them. I stopped buying at that point. I'm like, well, these are dumb. You know what I mean? Why would I want to buy stuff that doesn't interact with my old stuff? I mean, that's the only defense I can give the purists is they would like to have that universe be all interchangeable. That was the whole attraction of G.I. Joes, at least for me in the first place, was that you could mix them up with your Star Wars figures or
Yes.
If
Yes.
I want Duke to hop on the Millennium Falcon and fly it around, he can. You know.
Now, again, with the 6-inch scale vehicles, I mentioned the TIE Fighter. They've also done Luke's Land Speeder. They did Rey's Flying Thumb Drive. They've done the Dewback. They did the Land Speed or the Biker Scout Speeder. They've done a few other things in that 6-inch scale, so we could expect probably like, I don't know, the Armadillo tank or the fucking the Ram Cycle, or we could expect probably something like that. Because even in what the fuck, Pete?
It's great, dude. I fucking love it, man. I do.
Are those Cheetos on her head?
Dude, we have to go see this movie. I
want to.
see it.
Can we do a watch party when it comes out?
God,
Oh, God.
yeah.
Yes.
Of course we will.
I picked a bad day to quit sniffing glue.
Sorry, Sal. Didn't mean to derail you, dude.
Charlie
It's
Kelly
just
over
funny.
here.
It's so funny to me, these images. Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
These are still images. We haven't even seen the movie yet. The still images we're having a hard time getting past.
I'm honestly scared to watch it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm very optimistic. I've been saying so in an ideal world, this is what I would want, right? This is, ideal. Sal gets to make all the decisions forever world. I want 6-inch scale G.I. Joes, just like a Marvel Legends line, where they do the Build-A-Figure pieces, but instead, and people will say Build-A-Figure pieces are cheaper. I get it. Mark up the price to about $30 for this, and just keep with me here. So Build-A-Figure piece. Some of these Build-A-Figures are huge, like I'm talking like probably 10-inch tall Build-A-Figures. Like some of them are gigantic. So you do the 6-inch scale GI Joes, and instead of a Build-A-Figure piece, you do a reissue of the original 3 3/4 O-ring Joe packaged with them. That way, it covers the 3 3/4 market and the 6-inch market. If you only want 3 3/4, buy it and sell the 6-inch, and vice versa. It's real fucking simple. It gets both collector groups happy. I mean, they'll still find a way to bitch about, well, I don't want to pay that much for just.
No, I'd pay 30. I would pay 30, considering the average Marvel Legends figure is about 20, 25, and nobody thinks twice about buying those anymore. Yeah, I could do 30 for sure.
And that just makes sense to me. And on top of that, they do 3-packs and 2-packs of Marvel Legends all the time for like $50, like the Hulk. Or I'm sorry, not the Hulk. The Hulk. I've seen the Juggernaut and Colossus 2-pack go for as much as 80 for 2 figures. For $65, do a 3-pack of Cobra Infantry, Cobra Viper, whatever the troop builders are, and sell them as 3-packs. That way, you don't have to go out and spend, $30 on, Cobra Viper by itself 4 or 5 times. Like,
it'd be even nicer, man, is to package them like the way NECA does with their movie stuff. Like they have like that little flip open Velcro cover. I love those boxes, dude. I love those things. I don't open those toys because I don't need to.
Now, let me follow that up with bring Ron Rudat in to draw the art again.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
Draw the art and have Larry Hama do new file cards on the back.
There you go.
But the file cards are not on the back. They're on a slip cover that's inside the box. So that way
like an actual file card.
Right, so that way you just pull it out. You don't have to cut the box. You just pull it out and you have the file card.
There you go.
So, and on top of that, so recently it's either started or they've talked about it. They're doing G.I. Joe versus Transformers in the comics.
Yeah.
Now, keep with me here. Since they're doing so many Transformers lines anyway, I'd love for them to bring, if they're going to do 3 3/4 again, have an Awe Striker that's also a Transformer and transforms like Jetfire or Starscream, but Ace can still fit in a cockpilot.
That would be fucking sick.
Yeah, they'd be expensive. They'd be expensive as shit, but I think that'd be fucking awesome to have Ace in the cockpit and then all of a sudden it just transforms into fucking Jetfire or Starscream or something. Wow. So
those are my favorite toys too. Yeah,
that's crossing, and that's crossing platforms. That's you have Transformer collectors, you have G.I. Joe collectors. That's something that you can dip into both pools with. So, and also,
hey Hasbro, hire this guy, will ya?
Yeah,
I applied to work at Hasbro.
We couldn't come up with an idea this good. Hire this guy. Yeah, if you're listening, anybody from Hasbro, hire this guy. He's worth it.
And I can do customs.
Yeah.
So, yes, he can.
He'll make the mock-ups for you so you can see what to deal with. Yep.
And so that's I'm optimistic for this G.I. Joe relaunch, and also please Hasbro, I know that everyone has their own favorite obscure characters like fucking Beachhead version 3 or some shit.
Mainframe.
But it's like, please just make the key characters first.
Yep.
And then 2 years from now, you can start doing like Budo and fucking, all these characters that had screen time but aren't necessarily anyone's favorite, because you need to come out strong in this first couple waves. Like, make the main characters to fund the rest of the line.
That's the thing that got kind of weird with the G.I. Joes. Like when they had the 25ths come back, like they sold really well, and then they had that movie come out. So they had at one point like the movie stuff and then the 25th anniversary stuff was like side by side. Mm-hmm. And then they started having those ones like the blue line figures. Mm-hmm. Those figures are gorgeous, but not all of them are. Like some of those reimaginings I wasn't really crazy about.
Right.
And they started getting kind of confusing. Mm-hmm. Then you had your Retaliation stuff. Yep. And then you had that other cartoon series that was on where they did some really janky looking figures. And I think all that confusion like screwed up the whole pool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's like we need, Duke, Destro, Cobra Commander, Spirit, Snake Eyes. We don't need, Sci-Fi version 3. Yeah. We don't need fucking Dreadnought number 7. We need that's a perfect example for the vehicle G.I. Joe, Zartan.
Yep.
He has a small steer.
I was always crazy about the bats, though.
I have one of the bats.
I love the bats. The bats
See,
are so dope.
That's the other thing they can do. Like with bats, sell it as a bats manufacturer line where you get 2 bats that are like completely customizable. You got like 8 different options for hands, like the claws will actually clamp down and stuff.
A bats builder kit.
Exactly. With the flamethrower comes with a flame attachment on the end of it or something.
Nice.
Like, I don't know. Maybe I make too much sense.
Yeah, maybe you do make too much sense. I know they did have a line once that I wish I would have grabbed it when I did because I went back and they were gone. But they had the Crimson Guard line.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like 5 or 6 of them in a package.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you
can guarantee that the Crimson Twins are going to be a 2-pack.
Well, not the Twins. I'm talking about just the Crimson Guard.
Yeah, the Crimson Guard Immortals and all them.
I have
one of those. Form, they had a set that you could buy that had like 5 or 6 Crimson Guards in different poses inside the package. It was really nice. Yeah.
Pete, why is your picture of Skeksis?
I got asked to make my picture.
That was a request for Leo Red.
Yep, that was Leo Red. He said
make Pete to do it because he wanted to torture me because he knows I can't stand those things.
So I made mine a Skeksis.
Gotcha.
I hate the Dark Crystal, dude.
I love that movie, dude.
Movie and fuck all those things in there. Ugh.
I watched that when I was a little kid. It scared the shit out of me, but I love that goddamn movie. I want to watch Age of Resistance. I really do.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I guess I'm not a true nerd because I don't dig on fantasy. I don't. And that particular movie, especially seeing that as like a 3 or 4 year, I think I was like maybe 4 or 5 years old when I saw it. Terrified the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
So, was not a Jim Henson product. Even though it was advertised as a Jim Henson product, it was a big departure from Jim Henson. It was very dark.
That's a long way from Fraggle Rock, I'll tell you that.
Exactly, dude.
Down to Fraggle Rock.
Right, I was expecting Fake Space or Muppet Movie. No, that was like depressing and just evil. Man, I hated that movie.
Yeah. So, speaking of toy lines, and Morbius has had a trailer drop.
Yes.
A couple days ago. I have only seen it one time, so I am not a resident expert on Morbius as a character or that trailer or anything. However, my curiosity is in the toys. So, this is a Sony-made movie. Sony's making it. It's not technically a Marvel MCU movie. However, the Vulture, Adrian Toomes makes an appearance at the end of the trailer, which ties it to Homecoming. So, my question is, will there be a toy line? So, Marvel Legends, for Homecoming, they made toys of it. They made a Vulture, and the Build-A-Figure was his wings, so it's kind of a shitty Build-A-Figure, but that's how they were there. So, what'll be interesting is if Marvel Legends is able to acquire a license and do a Marvel Legends wave of Morbius, of that movie, because they didn't do it for Venom. So Morbius, by default, being a Sony movie, is more tied to Venom than he is Spider-Man at this point. So I'm going to be curious to see what happens on the toy front with that. The Morbius Marvel Legend was selling for about $15 on Amazon. Once the trailer dropped, it went up to $18, which isn't a huge jump, but considering it was a figure that no one gave a shit about, now that there's a trailer, that figure's slowly climbing up. So
yeah, I remember seeing that action figure in a Walgreens, and I don't know anything about Morbius, so I just passed on that.
All I knew is he was in the Rogues Gallery, and he's one of those kind of like niche characters, but I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm anxious about this, and the trailer looked good. They got an Easter egg for the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man suit on that wall there, where it's painted murder after, which means it's after the events of Far From Home, which. So they're making this to where they said basically Venom is in the MCU now. That takes place in the MCU, but they already said that. They already said that it was adjacent, and but it's non-canonical to the MCU, but the MCU is canonical to the Spider-Verse over there. And Kevin Feige said that Spider-Man would be the only superhero that could jump back and forth between universes. So I want Sony to take him back in the licensing. I really do.
Now, the fun thing to mention about all this is that when the Venom movie did come out, Marvel Legends did a Venom line. Now, none of them were specific to the movie because they didn't do Riot, but the Build-A-Figure was what they called Monster Venom, which bore a resemblance to Venom in that movie. He actually looked more like Riot, but I'm just curious if they'll do a similar thing where they're like, oh, this is a Spider-Man villains gallery, where Morbius just happens to be one of them. Even though the Morbius figure came out, I want to say 2015 or 2016, so it's not old enough yet for an update. But it's kind of interesting that there are threads connecting it to the MCU. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens on the toy front with this, because Morbius himself is not a strong enough character to carry this movie. But by connecting it to the MCU and making people think it's a Spider-Man movie, that's what's going to get normies in seats to go see it. Because otherwise, people would just be like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm not going to watch that.
Poor Jared Leto. He just wants to be a superhero that people love.
I really think he got the look in this. He does. He's got the look down. Now, if he looks as good moving around as he does in that still frame that was taken from the comic panel, because that looks pretty accurate to the comic. And Jared Leto is not a bad actor.
No, I was just going to say that because he's been trying to get that arch villain role for a long time. Because if you ever saw him in Blade Runner 2049, I know I'm always talking about that movie, but I love it. He's a villain in that, and he's really chewing the scenery with it. But to the point to where I like his character in that. I like he's just creepy enough to where, like, holy shit, I don't want to be like caught alone anywhere with this guy. Like, I'm pretty sure he'd like swallow my soul. Like, he's that evil in that movie.
Yeah, because
it's almost like that was his audition reel for like Joker or something,
Suicide Squad didn't do him any justice.
Yeah, his Suicide Squad role, but that Suicide Squad movie, Leto.
What is this?
I think maybe
a Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I think they probably cut him back because he probably chewed the scenery a little too much. He went full Mario Braga with it.
That and what he was doing during the production, like sending people like dead rats. And
exactly. And they probably cut it back just because he pissed everybody off.
Yeah, but I am. Leo Red says I'm pulling for Leto. Me too, man. I really hope. If
that's the role that he wants to do, and he finds one that works for him. The good side to that is he'll quickly forget about wanting to be Joker again, and then we won't have to worry about that shit happening.
Well, the thing is too with this one is I want this movie to do good. I want this movie to hit around the same 800 to 860 in the $900 million range of it, because the more success we have over on the Sony side, they've got like 10 other projects in the works right now. Like, they're working on a Sinister Six movie. It's happening. It is.
Well, you know what? Sony needs that money too, because I don't want to derail the whole podcast. But have you seen the trailer for Fantasy Island?
I have, and I'm not happy with the direction they're going.
We need better stuff than that, Sony. Seriously.
I'm gonna go see Fantasy Island, but I'm not happy with the direction it's going.
Godspeed! It looks like trash. Dude.
It does. I'm not that. Hey, that right there might be the first gimmick review I do. Might be Fantasy Island.
It's like for every Fantasy Island, though, there's like a Jumanji or a Venom was one of their hits. Every once in a while they pull one out. Once Upon a Time Hollywood was a Sony production, so that made all the money. So they can still do it. It's just they need to stop cashing in on these really bad ideas.
You got to keep Avi Arad away from stuff too.
They really like to do the reboot thing to death. Like they don't want us to and I hate to say it because we're always champion how much we like Canon Films, and they're really kind of doing the same thing that Canon Films did. It's like they get an idea and then they just keep doing that and then mixing it with other ideas. Sony's doing the same thing. It's just don't be doing shit like going and getting Blumhouse and making a Fantasy Island reboot. It's just dumb.
I don't like the tone of it, man. But
it's like trash.
It's not supposed to be like that. That's not Fantasy Island.
The only thing I can hope for with something like that is that it's very self-aware and kind of a parody of Fantasy Island, like a dark parody, like a dark comedy. That would work.
Yeah.
But if it's a full-blown horror like the trailer makes it look like, bruh. No, don't.
Well, are you guys ready for the final diorama for the night?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and blow up my screen, Cody. All right, here we go.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Maybe this will help.
Bro.
I was gonna say, I'm like, what happened to Bogan? He like disappeared. There we go. See that's how you wallpaper your house, just like that.
Bro, look, he's pointing the fucking gun at Rain. Oh my
great.
god. I'm still
Hi,
just
Aramis.
drinking on the couch. Like, who gives a shit?
He's piqued Bogan's interest.
Cody's a hopeless alcoholic.
At first you had my interest. Now you have my attention.
Right?
Dude, that's. Oh my god. This is the funniest shit
Brought
ever.
to you by 2-cent Toys.
This is why I like the boardroom. I can do my adult entertainment on this thing.
Oh god, yeah, dude.
Yep.
God, yeah, it's been a fun
Bruh.
episode. Holy shit.
I'll be making a meme of that one here in just a minute.
That's a preview for next week's thumbnail.
Legal
Right.
Leg 7 says Spider-Man bent over and ready to take one for the team. Must be Tom Holland.
we got the audience making up the captions for us. It's great.
Mr. Stark, I'll get you a towel.
Mr. Stark, can I have the lube?
They use that freaking
They
like
do
suit.
spit.
They use that like
Spit
suit,
on it.
that suit builder in the freaking jet to just
Yeah.
use for like napkins and towels and stuff.
I forgot about that. I was like, oh yeah, they just made him a suit right in the jet.
It's jizz proof.
I feel like this scene needs, in the font of fatality, it just says money shot.
Money shot.
Finish him.
No, it just says finish.
I thought about putting money shot on my avatar, but I thought maybe that would get us banned. So I don't want to push it too far.
Yeah.
I'm like, what could be the closest thing to money shot? Oh, I know. I got
Oh
it.
my god.
I mean, that looks like a money shot face. What the
Yep.
fuck, dude?
That's a cream pie.
This is a kid's movie, you know? I mean, you got the dominatrix and Pete's avatar. You got the furry over there on Goober's avatar. What a horror show. I have to see this movie. Fucking have to see it. I just do.
Right now, our four panels just like Destro has a collection of cats.
Destro, did Destro turn to the old cat lady?
He just gets-
Oh, they
just
say
gets-
he has a testicle collection.
Yeah, I thought the James Corden cat was pretty funny.
Somebody thought they sat down in a committee and thought, let's have James Gordon be a big fat cat in Rebel Wilson 2.
Yep.
Because if one doesn't scare the entire audience away, I guarantee the next one will.
Did
you guys hear? I'm sorry, Pete. I'm gonna let you finish, but yeah, Beyonce should know. No, did you guys hear that Taylor Swift's like mad at her agent because she wanted to try to break into acting and her first gig was like Cats and she's like pissed off now? I'm sorry, Pete. I had to get that out there before I forgot. Go
No. You want to see something terrifying? Hang on.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna screen share this image here real quick. Let's see. All right. You want terrifying? Here's terrifying. Hang on 1 second. Look at that shit.
Oh God.
Wait, where'd it go? Here it is,
It's
right,
gonna get us
right
out-
there.
Oh.
Look at that. Her and James Corden in there. That's how they ran around set.
Why is he
Jesus
fatter than
Christ.
Rebel Wilson?
Why
Oh.
James Corden's
Why do they look
huge.
like Tim Burton characters?
Dude, that's they look like the fucking. They look like. Remember when Veruca Salt turned into a giant blueberry? That's what the fuck they look like.
Look at that.
Or no, it wasn't Veruca Salt, but you know what I'm talking about from
Yep.
Charlie's Angels. Yeah, they look like
Yeah.
Oompa Loompas.
Pickle
Violet,
Rick really let
Violet.
himself go.
The Pickle
my
Rick let
Violent
himself
Beauregard,
go.
that's her name.
See, look at that. That looks like
Oh,
the one on the left looks like he's in a sardine can, like an actual
Jason.
sardine can.
Jason Derulo.
Oh my fucking god! This
Body
this
positivity,
exists.
guys.
This
Thank-
is even scarier.
Thank
Those
you
two
so much
normally.
for this 2019, and you wonder why people don't go to the movies anymore. Well, fucking look at this.
Look at- Ian McKellen doesn't even know where the fuck he is. Judy Dench is just happy not to be in the home, and Rebel Wilson's like, I'm going to eat one of these two
Judy
later.
Dench thinks she's at a pajama party.
Yep.
You shall not pet.
James Corden's like, I ate Ian McKellen. He was delicious. He tasted like scotch and cigars.
Oh
I can't
my
stand
god.
James Corden. Oh my
Man.
god.
I can't either, dude. I can't. But yeah, Taylor Swift, good luck with that acting career, honey.
They
Yeah.
look like they're on the set of a Mucinex commercial.
They do. They look like the boogers, dude.
The Mucinex boogers, there they are.
The Mucinex
Oh
boogers.
my god.
Now, see that picture in your avatar, Mike Myers from Cat in the Hat. As terrible as that movie is, that cat is not nearly as frightening.
No.
Dude, that movie rules. What are you talking about?
I
Not
just watched that
nearly as
not long ago
frightening.
with Trey. We
that movie's
said-
Like I could
hilarious.
probably sit through the Mike Myers movie, even though that movie's supposed to be awful or whatever.
Dude,
I
dude,
can't be
watch
as bad
it.
as Cats. It can't
Watch
be.
it. It's
That's all I
very
know.
similar to the like Jim Carrey Grinch. It has
Yep.
so many like adult innuendos in it.
I
You're
don't
like,
like the
holy
Jim
shit.
Grinch. I don't like the Jim Carrey Grinch at all. I don't. As much as I love Jim Carrey, as much as I gotta give him props for trying in that movie is trash, bro. Hate it.
We can't be friends.
Sorry.
I watch that
Nice
every
knowing you.
Christmas.
But
Yeah,
dude,
when it
no,
comes
the,
to Grinch, I'm a purist.
the
I
Mike
love the
Myers
cartoon
like
one,
Cat in the
man.
Hat. It's so funny. There's so many adult jokes that
It's
just
the
go over kids' heads.
amalgamation of a fantastic animation and Boris Karloff, and it only being 30 minutes long. But yeah, make a full movie and have Ron Howard doing his best impression of being Tim Burton. Didn't work for me. Nope. Thank you, Alex. Yeah,
Well,
fuck
it lands
Carrie's
for me.
Grinch movie. Absolutely. Can't stand it.
Fuck you, Alex.
Not the high.
Just
And
kidding.
as big of a Jim Carrey fan as I am, that's not one of the highlights of his career for me. Nope.
Oh god.
Thank God he was in Bruce Almighty.
Yeah. What'd you
Alright.
think of Evan Almighty?
Didn't see it.
You didn't see that with Steve
I didn't
Carell?
feel-
Nope, didn't see it because I was all in for Jim Carrey. I couldn't imagine another movie without Jim Carrey in it, so I didn't bother
I
with
fell
it.
asleep.
It wasn't great, but I like Steve Carell. I mean, it was
I
funny.
mean, Steve Carell was really funny in the first,
Yeah.
Bruce Almighty movie. He made me laugh a lot, but Steve Carell's one of those like kind of like other actors that we talked about recently, where if you have them on Saturday Night Live, they're pretty funny if in a controlled setting, but like an entire movie of them, yeah, not so much.
Hey, Dinner for Schmucks was great. Of course, that's him and Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd's amazing.
Yeah, Paul Rudd is amazing.
Oh, Will Ferrell, that's what I was talking about. Like Will Ferrell, like I own a DVD of all of his skits, and all of them make me laugh. But like you put him in a 2-hour movie that isn't Elf, and I'm just like, ugh.
Not a Talladega Nights fan or Step Brothers?
No.
Oh, I love Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is definitely better than Talladega Nights, but that's not really a giant.
See, I'm part redneck, so like that comes out in me, and it's just like it's a movie
That
about
must be why it is.
it's a movie about NASCAR, and it has Will Ferrell, so I'm like,
I grew up in the city, bro. I don't have any patience for that shit. I don't. I wasn't born in the city, but I spent most of my life in the city, so I'm not with the rednecks.
All right, let's make a vote. Talladega Nights or Step Brothers?
oh god,
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
Oh,
I'll go
Talladega
Step
Nights.
Brothers.
Step Brothers because John C. Reilly is better in Step Brothers than he is in Talladega Nights.
I think
I
Step Brothers.
love John C. Reilly.
Yeah, I think
just
Step
got
Brothers
watching
is a better
John C.
movie.
Reilly in Kong Skull Island. He fucking
Yep.
saves. He's great in that movie.
What do you
I-
say, Sal?
I love them both for different reasons, but I quote Step Brothers a lot more often than I quote Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
I quote Talladega Nights a lot.
My sister and I argue about that. Like, she's a big fan of Talladega Nights. I couldn't get into it. I spent a lot of the movie just kind of waiting to laugh.
All right, Pepe Le Pew, go ahead and break my arm.
Shake and bake.
Say
Shake
hello
and
to
bake.
Dr. Watts.
I want to go fast, Daddy.
I
Second
wonder
place is
if
just the
that-
first loser.
I wonder if that Sherlock or that Holmes and Watson movie or whatever it was called, I wonder if that was like made just because of that one line where he called it Dr. Watts.
I don't know, man. All I know is I read that people were walking out of the theater on that one.
Yeah, I heard it was
Yeah.
so bad. It was like unbearable to watch.
I mean, I watched a clip of it, and I was just like, "Oh, you guys need to stop." Really.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go rent it. It's probably $1 movie. I'll go
Do
rent
it.
it. Now.
Yeah, let me know how bad it is, bro.
I will.
I heard it
Definitely
was
are-
like an
You're a
anti-MAGA
masochist when
movie.
it comes to movies, and that's what I likes about you.
Yep. I'll go. I'll watch that shit. Like I said,
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm
Don't you do it.
I'm gonna stab myself in the leg with this knife.
Wait, we can use the other one and pry it out. No, cut around the meat.
What the hell are you talking about?
You're not paralyzed, Ricky Bobby.
I want to. Oh God, yeah. There's a bunch of shitty movies I gotta watch. I gotta watch Cats. I'm gonna go watch this fucking new gimmick.
Dude, I have to watch the two Bad Boys movies tonight because I'm seeing the new one tomorrow, and I've never seen the first two all the way through.
Ooh.
So I gotta watch that. I'll watch one on Netflix, and I'll have to rent part 2.
I thought both of them were on Netflix.
Are they? If they are, that would save me some money. But yeah, I know the first one's on there. I'm not so sure about the second one.
I thought it was. I thought somebody said it was the other night when we were talking about it on the show.
Fuck, I'll check right now.
Yeah.
You guys.
I was thinking that both of them are on there because somebody was talking about, like I said, somebody was talking about Monday night on the show. So Sherlock Holmes is awful. Alex, you watched it then, huh? So I'm gonna sit through it. I'll suffer through it.
Alex
Both are on Netflix. It was Alex that said it the other night. Yep,
Okay.
I said it. It was me, Austin. It was me the whole time.
I said it. Both. You're fucking awesome, Alex. Love you, dude.
Yeah, you're good people, Alex.
Yep,
I don't care what they
he's a
say
good
about
dude.
you.
All right. So, do you guys want to get into the last topic of the night? Well, not last, but guys want to talk about the Joker, or did you guys want to skip that? Or
Yeah, I'll talk about Joker a little bit. I'm adding these 2 movies to my wish list. Thank you, Alex. You just saved me $4 that I probably would have been mad if I just spent.
all right. Well, while you guys.
All right, so
I gotta go take a leak. So
got it. So Joker, in spite of all, wait, before you take a leak, dude, put me on screen share. Or did you go?
How you gonna, Alex? Is how you gonna forget me because I'm black? No, man, 'cause I was really stoned the other night, bro. Sorry.
All right, well, he's taking a leak, so I can't do a screen share, but I'll just read them off. Okay, Joker, in spite of all of the crap that they told us about. Now, we've talked about this quite a bit, but I just love the fact that this is the movie that all of the blue check marks wanted us to quickly forget about. And as much as they wanted to bury this movie, they weren't able to do it. Because early in the year, they did the same thing with Captain Marvel, okay? That movie went on to be a success as much as we couldn't stand it. This is our movie, all right? This is Joker. And honestly, for me, as much as the blue check marks bitched about this movie, it made me want to see it even more. You know? I had that feeling like, well, if you guys think it's that bad, why don't you let me be the judge of it? And all of the stuff that they were complaining about was nonsensical, all right? So here, 11, it was just announced earlier this week, 11 Academy Awards, Oscar nominations for Joker, all right? The terrible movie that nobody's allowed to see. Here's the nominees for just Joker. It's Best Motion Picture of the Year, Best Achievement in Directing, Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, Joaquin Phoenix. I do believe he's going to win that one. Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Achievement in Cinematography, Best Achievement in Costume Design, Best Achievement in Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Achievement in Music Written for Motion Picture, Original Score, Best Achievement in Film Editing, Best Achievement in Sound Mixing, and Best Achievement in Sound Editing. So the Academy is taking this movie seriously. Not only is this a big win for the non-blue check marks, but it's also a big win for DC, who's, you know, it has had some, they've had some misses, all right, but they're starting to get some hits now. You know, I mean, it did actually win some Golden Globes. We had Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture, but Joaquin Phoenix, he got the Golden Globe for that. It was also nominated for Best Motion Picture Drama, Best Director in Motion Picture. Now, I know there's 11 nominations, and that's what they're going to put on the Blu-ray box, or the 4K disc box, I guess that's what we're going to call it, 4K Blu-ray box. Eventually, that's what's going to be on there. Realistically, I think it'll win maybe 2 awards. It's going to get one of those technical awards, pick one, mix and match it, not really important. But I do think that Joaquin Phoenix will get the Oscar this year because this dude like nearly starved himself to play this role. And he played it with you know, absolute commitment to this role. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody can argue with me here. Am I right?
No, he was all in on this, man. He sold the farm for this one.
you know, when this was first announced, we were kind of like, what are we doing here? Joker again? Yeah, we were still kind of sour from, you know, like Suicide Squad and BVS and fucking, you know, Justice League. You know, those are like 3 in a row that just didn't really pan out for DC. You know, they suffered the same fate as Lucasfilm did with, you know, doing The Last Jedi, followed immediately by Solo, a Star Wars story, a movie that nobody bothered to go see. You know, so, you know, it's amazing that the Joker has done. I mean, some theaters are still showing this. You know, it's like it's out on Blu-ray. I saw it on disc yesterday. I forgot to grab it on the way out. I grabbed a couple of other movies. I'm like, I should probably pick up Joker 2. And then I was kind of on the fence. Do I want to go digital or physical? And I'm thinking maybe I should go physical because, you know, if things go bad and, you know, the blue check marks take over the world again, you know, they're going to try to bury this movie like it doesn't exist, you know, and I would like to keep this thing someplace safe where nobody can ever take it away from me, you know, but yeah, when you get 11 nominations, this movie going to win something. You know, it'd be a shock if it goes through the entire. So, you know, I don't think it's going to win everything because I you know, I'm glad that it's gotten this much attention from the Academy. I mean, that makes me happy because this is a movie that, you know, we're always bitching about the Oscars constantly coming out, and it's like what movie always gets all the awards? It's some art house film, really depressing, something they shoved out towards the end of the year, something that nobody bothered to go see, probably in black and white. And you know, we joked about this kind of stuff before. Some movie that nobody cares about that wins the Oscar. It's never like the Marvel movie or the superhero movie. And once again, like The Dark Knight, here we are with Joker, with 11 Academy Award nominations. Do you guys want me to read the list of all the other Oscar nominations? I have that in front of me too.
Yeah.
I can do that. Okay.
Yeah, let's hear it.
This is coming from Cody. Are you back yet? No, he's still taking a
He lied. He had to take a shit.
Bogan got him.
Either that or he's passing. He's got a kidney stone.
I've been back for like a few minutes now. I just forgot to mute my mic.
Let's cancel this one, and then I'm gonna do a different screen share for just the Oscar nominations.
God, you're just sharing everything tonight. My God,
this is the only thing I've shared all night, dude. I haven't
sharing is caring.
This is the only one. I promise. I won't share anything else. Fine. I won't share my pudding pops with you, jerk.
Damn it! I want a pudding pop.
Whoa. Okay, hold on.
Where are these pudding
Don't
pops?
be hasty here.
Let's not do anything rash.
Let's talk about this now, shall we?
Yes.
There we go. Okay, so look at this, man. There's movies on here that people like that are being nominated. This might be the first year that the Oscars might have people watching. Like, we would actually, I might actually watch the Oscars this year. Because how many years do we watch? It's like, we know that the movie, like, okay, everybody watched last year and Black Panther didn't win all of the Oscars. And people were pissed about it. You know what I mean? They were pissed. But at least people were watching because something that people liked was being mentioned at the Oscars. There's been this disconnect for a long time between, you know, the film snobs and then what the general public goes see. Look how many movies in here the general public actually likes. Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Joker. You know, notice I'm skipping over Jojo Rabbit. Yeah. 1917, killed at the box office this last weekend. I went and saw a fantastic film. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is exciting. Like, most of these are movies that I'm excited about. Best Director, Martin Scorsese, The Irishman, Todd Phillips, Joker, Sam Mendes, 1917, Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't know who Bong Joon-ho is, or Parasite. I didn't see Parasite. I've heard of it. I didn't watch all the movies this year. I didn't start watching like a lot of movies until recently. Best Actress, Harriet, a movie that nobody bothered to go see. I thought that movie was going to do better, but I heard it wasn't great. Scarlett Johansson, Marriage Story. I did hear a lot about that one. I don't know that guy's or that person's name. The Little Women's probably a female. Sawyer, now you gonna try. Charlize Theron, Bombshell, Renee Zellweger, and Judy.
The movie's still out.
Which one?
Bombshell.
Yeah,
I don't. Is it? I don't know. That one, they kind of snuck that out towards the end of the year.
It's still in theaters. Yeah,
didn't get a lot of fanfare. Antonio Banderas in Pain and Glory. Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Oh man, I really think that The other guy should be here. Why am I not thinking of names right now? Brad Pitt. I think Brad Pitt should be nominated. I think both of those guys should, because it's not like really one has the lead over the other. But I guess DiCaprio is the lead figure. I guess Brad Pitt had a supporting. I don't know. I'm curious there, but I don't know. It's like if you watch that movie, you're either Team Leo or you're either Team Brad Pitt or both of them. I thought they were both fantastic, but if I had to give an Oscar to one of them, it definitely would have been Brad Pitt. Adam Driver in Marriage Story. So we know Adam Driver's a good actor. We just don't like the character of Kylo Ren. Joaquin Phoenix, Joker. Jonathan Pryce, The Two Popes. Best Supporting Actress, Scarlett Johansson, Jojo Rabbit. Kathy Bates and Richard Jewell. Laura Dern in Marriage Story. Margot Robbie in Bombshell. Margot Robbie is a bombshell, damn it. Best Supporting Actor, Tom Hanks, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I can get down with that. Anthony Hopkins. You know what? He has too many Oscars. He doesn't need any more of them. Al Pacino, The Irishman. Joe Pesci, The Irishman. Here we go. Best Supporting Actor. Now, this makes more sense. Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think he's going to win this one. I would say this is the one that he gets right here. I think he earned it. He's fantastic in that movie. Here you go, Pete. Original screenplay, Ryan Johnson, Knives Out.
God damn it.
Spare me.
Ugh.
Noah Baumbach, Marriage Story, Sam Mendes, Crystal Wilson, Cairns, 1917. It's weird because 1917 technically came out last week over here.
The blue check marks are going after 1917 now.
Oh, good. That no wonder it's you know what I mean. You see what I mean by the culture war here? It changed sides. It's changing. My parents predicted that this was going to end. I believe it's already starting. Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And see, I'm excited about these. I'm probably going to actually watch the frickin' Oscars this year. It's the first time in a long time where I've agreed with a lot of these movies that are on here. And I actually saw most of the movies that are on here. I'm not going to read all those names. Best Animated Film, How to Train Your Dragon. Didn't you see that one, Cody?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude.
The Hidden World, I Lost My Body, Klaus, Missing Link, and Toy Story 4.
Klaus was on there?
Klaus is on here. I haven't seen Toy Story 4 yet. I should see that one.
Klaus wasn't bad, but why the fuck was it nominated Best Animated? That's crazy to me.
I'll have to see How to Train Your Dragon now because there's like a couple of those, right?
Have you seen the other two?
No.
Okay, watch all of them. Watch the first one, second, then third.
I trust you.
Yeah.
International feature film, don't know none of those. Not going to talk about them. Documentary feature, not going to talk about those. Or those. We don't know this stuff. Original song, I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away from Toy Story 4. I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man. That movie was great. I don't know if you guys are into Elton John or not. If not, if you like music and you like Taron Egerton and you just like musicals, definitely check that one out. It's really
I like
good.
Elton John.
I think if you like even remotely like 2 or 3 Elton John songs, I think you would generally enjoy that movie.
Cool.
The way they did that, dude, is they had all of his songs tell his story. It's clever.
Cool.
It's a musical. And
should
Taron
do.
Egerton is singing everything originally. Makeup and hairstyling, Bombshell, Joker, Judy, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil in 1917. Visual effects, Avengers Endgame. That will probably win that one. The Irishman with the de-aging thing, I don't know. 1917, the one continuous shot. Man, I could see any one of these winning this one right here. What do you guys think? Just want me to get this and shut up. All right. Cinematography.
The Lion King's all fucking animated.
Yeah.
It's not a live action movie. Remember
No.
that, guys. It's not the live action Lion King. Like
I hate when they say that. I'm like, that's not live action.
it just shows the
haven't seen-
stupidity. It's like this is not. It's just not like the other cartoon. It's the new cartoon.
I haven't seen 1917, but I can imagine that winning that.
Um,
But Endgame's gonna win.
it depends on how you feel about war movies. Like, do you like them genuinely?
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll like 1917.
If they're good, if they're like,
This is a good one. Yeah, it's like I said in my reviews, it's not so much about the battle; it's more or less the struggle between the battles.
and
like
that's what I've been hearing, and I want to see that.
Yeah, it's definitely a character study. It's the struggle of carrying out. It's a very simple story, carrying out one mission in a war where
Yeah, I watched your review on it, and that makes
thanks,
a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense from the trailers and everything from what people are saying.
Yes,
too, so.
yeah, because the trailer can be slightly misleading because they show the big spectacles, and the thing is and I didn't really mention this in my review, but it's about if once you've seen all the things that lead up to the spectacle has more impact. But the problem is when you watch the movie, you saw all those things in the trailer, so it's like, oh, it just kind of deepens it a little bit. It just irritates me how they just show everything away like that. But that's kind of one of those movies. It's like the things that led up to that moment. That was like, it was the build up to get to that moment. Film editing, Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Joker. See what I mean? Like, this is great, dude. Like 1917, The Irishman. I haven't been excited about the Oscars in a long time. I'm extremely excited. I'm reading these for the first time. Original score, Joker, 1917, Rise of Skywalker. You know what? As much as we might not like the movie, we like John Williams.
Yep.
John Williams should always get an Oscar. So if The Rise of Skywalker gets an Oscar and it's for music, that's probably one that will piss me off the least.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Sound editing, Ford versus Ferrari, 1917, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Rise of Skywalker. Sound mixing, Ford versus Ferrari, Joker. You see what I mean? It's like the same movies here that I've seen, and I love all of these. What's going on? What's happening? Are things really changing around? Costume design, Irishman, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So, yeah, that's exciting stuff. Like I said, this is the first time in a long time that movies are being mentioned that people actually went to go see, people liked, people raved about, people went back to go see them the second time, are actually being nominated for Oscars, and I don't know how long. So, but yeah, the Joker, that's a little engine that could, man. It just doesn't stop. That's all I got.
Well, the Joker is something I need to buy soon on
too.
Blu-ray so I can watch it.
Get it
I still
on
haven't
Blu-ray.
seen it, but
I want like some kind of either a steelbook or like some kind of a collector's edition. I didn't want to just buy like a regular copy. It's hard to buy Blu-rays when it's something you really like. I think you should get a collector's edition. Like I showed you guys. I had an unboxing video from my Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 4K release, and it's really cool. It's like you open it up and there's hold on a second. I'll show you.
I think I'm just gonna get the basic like Blu-ray and just see how I like it. And if I like it enough, then I'll get more. But it looks promising. I mean, I watched the one somebody put the scenes on Facebook. It's when he shoots the talk show host
Murray.
Yeah, he's on the Murray show.
Yep.
I seen that scene. That's fucking crazy.
You fucking get what you deserve.
Now, if you haven't seen this movie yet, some of this shit will like not make any sense to you at all. But like, see, here's 1969.
Nice.
This is an actual Mad magazine in here about the characters.
Oh, that is cool.
Because the story is about an actor named Rick Dalton, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and the show that he's on, the TV show, is called Bounty Law. So this Mad magazine is a parody of Bounty Law, like an actual.
Didn't Mad magazine go out of business?
Yeah, it did. But this is a prop. You know what I mean? Like Mad magazine was definitely in its prime when this came out, because the whole movie takes place in 1969. So this record right here, this is I'm trying to do this and not like drop it on my face. This little thing right here, if you ever had a record player, you used to get these to play a 45 on your record player. Like there's always just like a little needle in the middle of it to like put a 33 on. That's what that is. And then this is an actual record that comes out that has Leonardo DiCaprio singing a song, because he was on like one of those like Top of Pops type shows, and he's like singing this like really bad, horrible, cheesy song. But yeah, this kind of stuff, man, I love this kind of stuff. Especially if you really love a movie, So if they got something like that out there for Joker, if not, I'd rather wait for a collector's edition, But yeah. So thanks for that moment, Cody. Appreciate it.
Cool. No problem. I need to watch that movie too.
I mean, are you guys excited about these Oscars at all? Did you see some of these movies? Because I mean, I all of these are great, man.
I'm actually going to watch them this year.
Yeah, because like there's most of those lists had at least 4 or 5 movies, and I don't remember. I swear to God, I don't remember the last time I saw a list where, I agree with these. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare to be. I mean, I'm never really excited for the award shows, but I mean, I'm excited enough to see some of these movies win, hopefully.
I mean, I don't have to watch the ceremony. You know, I mean, I probably will just because I would like to watch all these win. But the problem with the ceremony itself is that's where everybody gets like all preachy and political and shit.
Yeah.
The fucking woke politics have really taken over. I don't know if Ricky Gervais is trying to prime them for the Oscars, like to get them to shut the fuck up. But I wish Ricky Gervais was hosting the Oscars. Man,
Who's hosting?
they don't. They don't have a host. They actually stopped having a host like about 2 years ago because everybody they get on there like pisses them off.
Yeah, it was after the Kevin Hart fiasco.
Yep.
Kevin Hart was the last one. Yeah.
That's
So
bullshit.
yeah, it's a show that doesn't have a host. So the one of two things is going on. Either these, I mean, I believe that all these are just great movies and deserve all this attention, or because viewership is so down, maybe they're trying to bring the audiences back again. What do you guys think?
God, they've got to be trying to bring their audience back in because the ratings were lower. Like over the last 3 to 4 years, the ratings have gotten progressively lower every year.
You know what Best Picture of the Year won last year? Green Book. Did you fucking see that movie?
No, I did not.
Neither did I. I never even fucking heard of it.
Green Book, wasn't that the one where the white guy has to drive the black?
It's got your boy in it, Mahershala Ali and
yeah.
Viggo Mortensen.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
But like an actual story, like not made up. Yeah. So that's the one that won. Nobody fucking went to go see that one. Nobody saw it.
No, I haven't. I'm not going to go to a theater to watch a movie like that. If if it's not something that interests me, I'm not going to go watch it. I remember hearing about it, but I didn't know it won the Best Picture.
Well, here, this will blow your mind. Here's a little fun fact for you that I haven't brought up in a long time, and I'm glad because I was actually going to make a video on this, but I'm just going to leave it for strictly for Goober Brothers Entertainment content. The last time that the audience for the live audience, viewership was up for the Oscars was when Forrest Gump was nominated for Academy Award. That's how long it's been. Like 1990, what was it? 1996 that came out. 95.
Wow,
95. So the viewership has been down since 1995. Just
that sucks.
It's even worse like now because with the current attention span, like the people who cared about it are, slowly dying off due to age, and with the current generation, I know, including myself, I'd rather just look it up on YouTube the next day and be like, okay, that's who won.
That's usually what I do. Yeah, I just I'll wait till after the ceremony. I'll look it up on YouTube or Google, or just Google the results. I look at it every year, but I don't watch the ceremony. But I think something else I want to bring up too. Most of those movies that were listed, like almost all of them, are traditional Hollywood movies, like not effects written movies, traditional acting, simple scripts, big Hollywood style movie stars in them, like old school Hollywood type movies. All of those. Yeah. So that has me excited. Maybe you guys aren't quite as excited as I am, but I'm glad that those types of movies are what's getting all the recognition, because if this is the direction we're going to go in with movies, then we got good things to look forward to, guys.
I'm excited. I'm excited for more movies.
I am too. I am too. I'm excited that DC is not going to keep making a spin-off of their own version of the MCU and just keep making these standalone movies that are like worthy, like got great scripts and great stories and
let's hope
acting.
J.J. Abrams does to get a hold of them.
That's the scary thing. Man.
That guy needs to take a long time out, doesn't he?
He's horrible. He's not Ryan Johnson offensive, but he's bad. He's not good at what he does.
I'd say send him back to Star Trek, but he did do Into Darkness. So
yeah, you ever seen Nothing But Trouble?
Yeah, I own that movie
with Chevy Chase. I feel like he's somehow a family member that.
He's got the same nose, dude.
The judge. He's got the dick nose like the judge.
The dick nose. What's his name played?
It's Aykroyd.
Aykroyd, yeah.
I feel like he just needs to go move back in with his family and stay in that house.
Yeah.
He can date his cross-dressing sister, John Candy's.
Because Because if you think about it, is there anywhere they can send him where he won't fuck up? I don't know. I don't know.
An island with no trees.
Have
That
him
might
maybe he reboots The Lost and starts working for TV. I don't know.
Oh no! Don't reboot Lost. Please don't do that.
I'm glad I never bothered to watch those.
I love that show. I do. The ending's horrible, but I love it. I still like there because it's like there's so much cool stuff sprinkled throughout the show that I can and I get so involved and invested in the characters and the actors that play them that I can overlook like the mess that show turned into because I really like. I mean, you just like Sawyer in his whole love triangle with Kate and Jack, yeah. And then when Juliet's introduced into it from the Dharma Initiative, you know, he's finally happy with her, and then Kate's jealous basically because he's happy, and she comes in, screws everything up for him again. Juliet gets killed. It was bad. Like
I'll tell you though, like my love and devotion to that show ruined Evangeline Lilly for me. Like anytime I see her in Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm like, "Fuck you, Kate."
Yep.
So,
What was she doing that show?
God damn you, Freckle.
Everything wrong.
She was just like a petulant child in that show. Like that was the problem with her. You know, do you remember Marco and oh god, I can't remember her name. The two that got buried alive after they got paralyzed. She was like, I disliked her after all the shit she did more than I did those two. And those two were like assholes.
Yep. Like Kate was one of those characters that, like, let's say a series of bad events happen and they're finally gonna get a hand up or a leg up or something's good is gonna happen, and Kate ruins it every fucking time.
She was
because she just can't do what the fuck she's told.
She was like Andrea on Lost. Like that was on Walking Dead. I'm sorry.
No, I know what you meant.
Yeah. I said the wrong show, but yeah. Kate on Lost was like Andrea from The Walking Dead. It was like just horribly written at times, made the dumbest irrational decisions, completely selfish.
Yep.
I thought you were about to say Angela from The Office. I'm like, what?
No.
Hey,
Angela.
Cody, can you highlight Leo's last comment?
Oh, please do, JJ. Oh God.
Good. He could.
If he does, I'll go watch it.
What would be funny is he takes it away from Elizabeth Banks, and because it seems like the J.J. Abrams, whenever he does like a first in a series, it's always like a big hit and everybody loves it. And then he should just like stay away. Like he should take Spielberg's advice and never do sequels.
He's the opener. He sure as hell isn't the closer.
Because Spielberg's always been really adamant about not doing sequels, and then after seeing like Jurassic Park: The Lost World, I kind of understand why.
Yeah. We find?
He's that opening band that only does cover songs.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah. Thanks for that, Leo.
Can we finally get a sequel to Mac and Me?
Yeah, dude. Holy shit.
Me and Mac.
Yep.
Yeah, Me and Mac.
You know what, man? Paul Rudd has been using that same clip of Mac and Me on the Conan O'Brien show.
You know what? Fucking put Paul Rudd in the movie. Like, have him be the star in the fucking movie.
He seriously, every time he goes to Conan show, he's been doing this for 15 freaking years. He sets up the clip for his movie, and they play the scene from Mac and Me of the kid in the wheelchair flying over the cliff.
I love that, though.
And Paul Rudd will set it up like an OG. He'll be like,
so great.
He'll be like, here's the clip. Yep, all right, this one. And Conan's finally like, he did it to him 3 times in one episode, back to back to back to back.
Oh,
he's like, all right, I'm serious. Let's do it. Let's play the clip. And it's the same fucking clip. And you come back and Conan's head is on his desk and he's laughing.
Either that or somebody did a movie and they just like had like Paul Rudd in a wheelchair and they threw him over the cliff and like the aliens from Mac and Me were watching him as he falls.
Oh, God.
Fucking hilarious, dude. Oh, God. This has been a great episode. Oh.
J.J. Abrams for the J.J. Abrams biopic. What would the mystery box be for that?
His mom.
He opens up the box and disappears.
His mom.
My mom goes to college.
He opens the box and he disappears.
And Ryan Johnson pops out.
Yeah.
I hate him. I absorb him into my soy-filled rage.
You know what, though? I would pay to see that cage match.
Ryan Johnson.
The celebrity death match is those two just going at it. No fucking weapons. Just ripping each other's fucking flesh off. Oh man.
Do you remember that skit on the Chappelle Show called
Celebrity
Friday?
Deathmatch.
Yeah,
No.
Celebrity Deathmatch. Yeah.
No. I'm talking Friday Night Sissy Fights. That would be Ryan John. Welcome to Friday Night Sissy Fights, motherfuckers. We're gonna watch Ryan Johnson and Jar Jar Abrams slap each other with the heels of their hands because they don't know how to throw punches. Because
We got something new and something more for you. Here's Snoop Doggy Dogg in the Dog Pound.
and the fabulous dramatics.
Our new show, Vagisil versus.
Oh,
Box.
what's in the box?
I need to put that as one of my little clips on my fucking channel.
I made a meme out of that. It was it was from Seven, but I put the cat, the lady yelling at the cat. It was their three heads, and then Ryan Johnson's head was in the box.
You need to redo the meme and put J.J. Abrams' head in the fucking box.
I can do that.
There you go.
I think I still have it. I have to look.
Mystery Box 101.
All right, guys. So I have a game to play.
All right, game time,
All
baby.
right.
Yay,
All
cakes
right.
and pies.
All right.
Cakes and pies. I love this game.
All right. So, guys, and all the viewers out there, you know that I am the Florida Man representative, or the supernatural representative of the Florida Man delegation.
That's a long
So-
title. You need to like shorten that a little bit.
Yeah, well, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. But tonight's game is the Florida Man game. So, gentlemen, I need one at a time for you to tell me your birthday. Pete,
Do you want the whole thing or Wait,
month
just-
and day.
month and day? April 19th.
All right, so let's go on to here. So let's go ahead and screen share this. So, guys, this is the Florida Man birthday game. So, April 19, half-nude Florida man wearing underwear marked breathalyzer, blow here, arrested for DUI.
Oh my god! He looks like Jigsaw. What the fuck? Holy fuck! It's Jigsaw.
You say... no, it's April 12th. What the...
I'm gonna have
You
nightmares.
say 12th or 19th?
19th.
No, that don't count.
Yeah.
Anybody here's birthday April 12th?
No, I
Florida
I'm
man
afraid to
arrested
say
for
my
threatening
birthday
members of
because
the
I don't
U.S.
want everybody-
Congress.
I don't want everybody to send me a bunch of black balloons and shit for my fucking next birthday. But I will say that my birthday is pretty fucking close to that.
All right, so
That's his grudge impression.
I was gonna say, is that a grudge?
well, I mean,
Juwan.
probably better than the recent Grudge movie. Florida
Those
man
things
is
won't-
facing charges after attacking a driver with a machete. So is this 19th?
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Wow.
So
Holy
the incident
shit.
seems to have started from a road rage incident, according to the deputies from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Two deputies traveling in an unmarked car. When they saw the men in the road, they turned on their emergency lights, pulled up right behind them. As soon as deputies approached, three of the men began yelling, "He's got a knife! He's got a machete!" Apparently, one of the men, Michael Cittadino, allegedly pulled out a machete and went to town on the victim's car. What the fuck?
Jesus.
The man is currently facing charges including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, criminal mischief, and resisting an officer without violence. So, cool.
Nice.
He looks
we
like
could've-
somebody who beat up a car with a machete.
He looks like a guy that would have beat up the car with a machete and then said, "My dad will sue you."
He's a Chad.
He's a Chad and a Brad. April 19th, Florida man arrested for threatening members of U.S. Congress, but that's nothing new. All right. Adam, what's your date of birth?
No black balloons now, and no Leo Red. I don't know what poster of Dark Crystal. Bastard. April 11th.
Oh, okay.
I told you it's pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
So Pete and I, we live it up on April.
Oh yeah.
So, we got this year. We got Beaster Day. Because I think Easter is like the day before my birthday.
It's getting.
I think it's the 10th. Yeah, let me double check.
Published April 11th, so we're just going to go with that. So, look at this winner. Florida man threatens to destroy everyone with army of turtles. So, a Florida man is behind bars after screaming obscenities and threatening to destroy everyone with an army of turtles. The suspect, Thomas Devaney Lane, at 61, faces multiple charges of breaching the peace, using 911, and resisting an officer without violence.
Impersonating a DC supervillain.
Lane was yelling out obscenities constantly, calling himself the Saint, saying his turtle army will destroy them, and stating that they would all see what would happen in an hour.
I have to give him an A for creativity, at least.
Police there say they received 7 calls about a man disturbing the peace Sunday at 3 different locations. At some point, Lane even entered the police department and proceeded to yell at the dispatcher while pounding on the walls and glass. He left the building but called 911 while at a 7-Eleven again, threatened the dispatch officer. The police report states he told the dispatcher over the phone that I needed to leave now or you will all be sorry you fucked with the Saint.
I want all of that on a t-shirt.
Oh my god. Lane was later found in his car but refused to get out while yelling obscenities and screaming about how his turtle army would destroy us. Lane was forcibly removed and arrested. He is in Brevard County. Oh shit, it's my county.
Uh-oh. He's coming after you with his army of turtles.
Dude, he's coming after me, man.
Better you. How many of these stories have you read where it's like literally at the jail right down the street from me?
Most of them.
Absolutely right. That's like whenever I drive like home and I see somebody walking on the side of the road, I start making up Florida man stories about them, like in my head. Like
Brevard County Jail's not that far from me. Oh God.
Pasco County Sheriff. It's like right down the street.
You said your date of birth's what, April 11th?
The 11th, literally the day before Easter. This year.
You can do this one.
Pete and I will be doing Beaster Day.
Florida man arrested outside Olive Garden after eating pasta belligerently.
Belligerently? How the fuck does one do that?
I was gonna say,
However you say that.
In an inappropriate manner. You get arrested for eating now? I mean, if it's Olive Garden, I can understand though.
This is in Naples. Fucking shocker. If you guys don't know where Naples is at, Naples is down south. Most weird things happen down south. A drunk Florida man was arrested in an inappropriate manner. According to the Miami Herald, officers with Naples Police Department were dispatched to the chain restaurant around 3:30 p.m. Sunday regarding a disturbance. A man was reportedly asking restaurant patrons for money and yelling at them using explicit language. When police arrived, they discovered a shirtless man sitting on a bench outside of the establishment. The man was allegedly shoveling spaghetti into his mouth with his hands.
It's inappropriate for Olive Garden.
The man, identified as 32-year-old Ben. I thought you were supposed to.
Olive Garden's
food is garbage, man. You should be eating that with no utensils.
Olive Garden is like Italian McDonald's.
It really is. Like even
I love Olive Garden though.
I like it just because they serve alcohol.
I used to like it, but their menu's gotten really trash over the last couple of years, bro.
I don't give a shit.
The last time I went there was right before Endgame.
I went there before The Rise of Skywalker. The man identified 32-year-old Ben Paget was placed under arrest for disorderly intoxication, according to the newspaper. However, before being placed in handcuffs, officers gave Paget a paper towel so he could wipe the pasta off his face. I love how they add that. They had to add that in there. The Herald also reports while in the back of the police car, Paget began violently twisting his body, kicking his legs, and smashing his head against the metal cage. Holy shit. Paget was transported to the Naples Jail Center. He reportedly faced an additional charge of resisting an officer without violence and was released on a $2,000 bond.
What I want to know is what wine did they serve him? They always have, would you like to try the wine? Which wine did they serve him that caused him to eat shirtless spaghetti? Or eat spaghetti shirtless, I should say. Yeah. Backwards talking, I am. Yeah.
Oh my god. Sal, what's your date of birth, man?
23 May.
I love how it just pops up right here. Oh god. Oh fuck, it's on BuzzFeed. Oh, whatever.
Oh no!
Oh no!
We'll get through it. We'll get through it together, guys. Florida man was arrested after telling a playground full of kids where babies come from.
Hell yeah.
Oh god! You kids want to hear a story?
Oh my god! What the fuck? All right, hey, our cats avatars are nothing in comparison to Queequeg here.
my god.
Holy shit!
Somebody put this as their profile picture.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
Nightmare fuel, bro.
You kids want to see a dead body?
Wow!
Dude, he's got
his
the
name is pronounced.
he's got the freaking Book of the Dead from the Mummy inscripted on his face.
Right? Yeah. Death is only the beginning.
That dude is the
Dude.
he is the Blair Witch Project.
No, I think he lives in the Blair Witch Projects.
Dude, he, dude, he looks like he rakes leaves with his teeth.
That his teeth is like a busted ass picket fence.
Oh man, he does. He looks like a Halloween mask. You got a discount Halloween store.
That is, he's got some are teeth, some are there, some aren't.
I feel like none of those teeth are actually his. Those are teeth that he's picked up off the ground after fighting in prison and just like kind of shoved into his mouth.
He looks like he robbed the Tooth Fairy.
Oh Jesus! He looks like he was voted most likely to swallow your soul after high school.
Oh my god. He looks like he tried to become a clown, like as a profession, but he didn't realize it's just paint.
Look at Alex. That dude. That's the dude who beat up Jussie Smollett.
Did you say Smollett?
You say Smollett?
His teeth look like the top of a French fry container. How they're like all unevenly like placed.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the kind of guy that would wear a MAGA hat at 2 a.m. and throw frozen pea bleach at somebody.
Jesus God.
His freaking mouth is pro candy corn.
I'm terrified of this guy. I'm gonna have
whoever birthed this person. What do we ever do to you?
Man. They deserve a Congressional Medal of Honor for that.
Woo.
Oh my god.
His face looks like a Rorschach test.
He looks like pain.
He looks like he just took one of those like Wheel of Fortune wheels and it's like, all right, what tattoo are we getting next?
Tattoo my face.
He went in to be Darth Maul and he came out like a reverse Juggalo.
Oh God, that's what it is. The guy's a Juggalo.
Yeah, the Juggalo said, "Hell no!" They threw him out.
The Joker from Suicide Squad is his favorite.
Jared Leto, I'm your #1 fan. Look at those teeth. Those motherfuckers ate Gilbert Grape.
Yeah, he has a picture of Margot Robbie, but just her face tattoo.
Oh my god!
Damn it!
Why do I can't stop staring at him, dude?
Yeah, Sal, you need to make an action figure of this guy. You'll make a fortune.
This guy was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct after climbing on top of a playground full of children and yelling about where babies come from. A police officer said Otis Dwayne Ryan. 30 climbed to the top of the playground equipment at a park in Clearwater, Florida, not that far away from you, Adam, Sunday afternoon, and began shouting at the children, telling them, babies come out of women. Well, he's not wrong.
Can we just acknowledge the fact that that dude is 30 years old? I mean, how
That's a
many?
rough 30.
How
Boys
many?
have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Holy, 30 years old. I mean, I'm not a spring chicken. I ain't the prettiest motherfucker, but god damn.
Alex said, "Look at those teeth. That motherfucker ate Gilbert Grape."
Yeah.
How much you want to bet he sounds like Mike Tyson?
Oh, probably.
Oh,
A 30? Baby
I'm 30
come
years
from women.
old. I tell the kids where babies come from. I'm sitting on the monkey bars. I was down at the playground on the jungle gym yelling out that they come out the vagina. Look at my teeth.
He probably sounds like if Chris Rock had the Mike Tyson lisp.
that was my own business. Doing nothing, minding my own business.
I'll rock your world.
He then yelled, they come out of their pussies. The officer wrote in an arrest affidavit. At that time, parents were rushing to the area to remove their children. I mean, if someone's going to have the talk with their kid,
I was going to say,
might as well be him, right?
He did them a free service. I mean,
Yeah. It was less awkward, and it was kind of funny, probably. Yeah, it's a great way to stay in shape. I'm just kidding.
Do you guys remember that guy that was on TV a while ago? They had him on Tosh 2.0. It was that guy that said biatch over and over again on the public access channel. You guys remember that guy? I wonder if he's that guy's brother.
I don't know. Daniel Tosh was probably like weirding out, though.
Oh, man.
This guy deserves a web redemption.
Yep, he does.
Do you want to be in the same room with this guy?
Nope.
I
It
don't
will
know.
require lots and lots of monies that I don't think anybody can appropriate.
Ryan, who was listed as
I feel like all he did when he got arrested was keep screaming, "Bitch, are you for real?"
He kept talking about his mixtape.
He looks like a SoundCloud rapper without.
Yep,
internet
that's the thing.
connection,
He's on SoundCloud
with no internet. Album's coming out any day though.
His album will be coming out the same time my Halloween 2018 review drops.
This
Lincoln said, "This is that new Lord of the Rings remake with more diversity." No, that was actually called Bright. That was already on Netflix.
Dude, Killer Croc looks rough, dude.
Burger. Fuck's sake. Oh, I can't breathe anymore.
Mr. T needs to go to rehab, bro. Oh my god.
I just watched Rocky 3 yesterday.
I stayed up till like 3, 4 in the morning watching Rocky movies the other night.
Yeah, it's like a marathon.
Yep.
Yeah, I walk through a room watching Rocky. I have to sit and watch it for at least 12 minutes.
Yeah, I did. It was on. I was like, I can't go to bed. I was like, I started on number 2 and I went. I was like, no. I was like, I can't go to bed. Yep.
As long as it's not number 5, I have to sit and watch at least 12 minutes of it.
Hey, yo, sue me for what, huh?
Here we go, boys. Florida man arrested for refusing to remove "I eat ass" sticker from his pickup truck.
Oh, come on. I've seen way more offensive shit than that on trucks in my hometown.
Yeah.
A man has been arrested on suspicion of obscenity after refusing to remove a bumper sticker from his vehicle reading "I eat ass."
Wait, how do you get some suspicion of obscenity if the sticker's clearly on the fucking car? What's to be suspect about? It's there.
So you can have a sticker that. So you can't have a sticker that says that, but you can have gay parades going throughout a city and just got it.
Or have
Whatever.
a picture of Calvin pissing on a cross. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dylan Shane Webb, 23, of Lake City, Florida, has been charged with misdemeanor counts of possession of obscene material and resisting violence following an incident on Highway 90 on May 5th. Well, that's not Sal's birthday, so what the fuck?
He sounds like he would eat ass too.
Whatever.
This guy, this is the kind of guy that eats ass.
Yeah, he needs to spend a night with the Bogan.
Oh,
He probably sucks the farts out of people, dude.
Bogan to turn him inside out.
Yep.
He's gonna go into prison and eat. He's gonna go to prison and learn what eating ass really is. Like he's gonna be eating some dude's ass so hard his head's gonna fucking cave in.
Here we go,
That's true.
guys. Large-necked man and Joker look-alike are upping the Florida man mugshot game. So is this the one guy everybody was making fun of? The big
Yeah.
neck?
Probably.
Yep.
Oh,
Ain't nobody cutting his head off. Ah,
Jesus.
Jared Leto, what the fuck happened to you, bro?
Oh my God.
I bet you he really likes Suicide Squad.
Oh God, look at Alex's last comment.
Oh God, what does it say?
Highlight it.
God damn, I'm not interested, Miami Herald. Would you eat Brie Larson's ass if Disney would sell Star Wars back to Lucas? Oh,
Nope.
no comment.
Can't do
Well, considering that she has no ass, it would be a very quick meal.
Yeah, I would say there ain't much at that table.
There definitely wouldn't be enough left for a doggy bag.
It's the sample tray at the mall food court.
Let's be honest here. It's more of a sample tray at Sam's Club.
It's like the Panda Express special.
Sam's Club. That's Walmart, man. That's one of those. That's one of
Eat
those.
that
sample
ass with a pair of chopsticks.
Oh my God.
Hong Kong Fooey.
So what am I
Panda
looking
Express
at?
special.
I'm gonna have to stop sharing this, and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to go back to get audio. We're gonna watch that video.
Oh God.
Yeah. We're gonna need Jesus after this, guaranteed.
He's always with us, buddy. Don't worry. Fucking. All right. We're watching it.
Oh boy, it's gonna talk. It's gonna move. I don't want this to move.
I know. I'm scared of it already.
Merritt Island lets you build and price your new Land Rover online, in person, or over the phone.
Chill out.
Experience Land Rover with luxury.
Oh, sweet Land Rover. Well, just what I want, an overpriced shoebox.
Yeah.
Next one, this is Lawrence Sullivan.
I love having a vehicle that just lights up like a Christmas tree every time I turn it on.
Fuck.
No, I'm not so scared anymore. They're fucking
feel
here,
like-
dude.
I feel like
Holy
we're looking at Robert Downey Jr. from an alternate timeline where
The
he's
living
cleaned up his
embodiment of
act.
Sideshow Bob.
This is what happened if Robert Downey Jr. never played Iron Man.
Is declining services. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah.
You don't want the public defender's office to represent you?
I mean, they can represent me, but I'm trying to get bonded out, my honor.
Well, they're there to help you, sir. You have a lawyer.
All right.
I mean, okay, so
I didn't feel like signing the paperwork. I'm really on the move.
Oh my God.
you're
He probably can't read.
You're charged
No.
with carrying concealed firearm, which, if convicted, has some serious consequences. They're there to help you. The purpose of today's hearing is I'm going to be taking a look at your arrest affidavit to see if there's probable cause to hold you and then address your bond status. Okay? So they're on the case. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna
Machine
take a
Gun
look at
Kelly
the
looks
arrest and
rough,
see
bro.
affidavit.
This is Machine Gun Kelly and Jared Leto's baby.
Oh.
You know for a fact he's got a clown with a hatchet tattooed somewhere on his body.
Oh, he
yeah.
does. I'll guarantee he does.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a copy of the Great Malenko somewhere.
In his head right now, he's hearing, "What is a juggalo? A juggalo? You ask what it is? Well, fuck if I know."
13.
At least he reads at a third grade
All
level.
right. What I'm doing,
I'm prepared a speech.
arrest
I kicked my drawers.
making a
Your
final-
Honor, I didn't do shit.
He probably wrote that in crayon.
That's what happens when you lose to Eminem, Nick Cannon.
And if you let me go,
You
I
see
promise
here-
you community
it-
service.
Your Honor, I can't read this without a sick beat.
Drop that bass line, yo.
Yo, Honor, tune up that SoundCloud, yo.
Run that shit back.
Judge, Mr. Sullivan is a lifelong resident of South Florida. He is
Sticks it back in there.
have an address if you live there.
Oh my God.
This time.
He's just
I swear to
something.
God, this feels like an SNL skit.
It does.
Chris Kattan's looking rough these days, man.
You're going in and out. I can't hear you, but on a firearms charge, I'm not going to do pretrial. Setting standard bond, $5,000.
This
Next
is Post
case
Malone's
is Roberto
cousin, Paul
Rodriguez.
5,000. How many fingers is that, Your Honor?
That hair, though, dude. Holy shit, that was great.
How many fingers is that?
Your Honor, they're supposed to PayPal me a post-dated check. Can you wait for that?
You see, the way my mama's bank account is set up is...
There we go.
There he is.
Oh,
What's next?
Oh my god, I freaking love this.
oh, God, what is this guy?
Oh my god, but the Joker isn't the only Florida man enjoying some internet fame. In Escambia County on Tuesday, police arrested Charles Dion McDowell on charges of fleeing and eluding police, possession of meth, cocaine, and marijuana and other drugs. McDowell is currently a guest of Gold Star Hotel with a bond of $57,000. Hashtag gotcha.
Where was he hiding all those drugs in his neck?
Yep, there's still some left.
You guys ever seen Thumb Wars?
Yeah, dude. Yes, dude. Oh my.
Oh,
I was the only one. I thought I was the only one that watched that movie.
I'm still naked.
Say, he looks
Ooby
like one
dooby
of the-
canooby.
Hey, he looks like one of the thumbs from fucking Spy Kids got loose.
This looks like one of Sal's customs, but he got like the wrong size head and trying to put it on. It doesn't quite fit.
It looks like a 3 3/4 on a 6-inch.
Dude, you put, like,
He looks like the dude from Beetlejuice. And
he took like the head off of Chris Pratt from fucking Jurassic World and then put it on a 6-inch figure. Looks like this.
He looks like somebody stabbed him with a helium tank. Holy shit! But what stuck out people wasn't
remember
his
the one
list
James
of
Bond
charges.
movie, dude? What the fuck? Live and Let Die. Remember Yaphet Kotto?
Yep.
Guys, we got to look at the comments here.
Okay.
So it says, but what stuck out to people wasn't his list of charges. It was his extraordinarily large neck. The jokes, and there are many of them, just kept coming. And the post soon had more than 200,000 comments and just as many shares by Thursday morning.
Read them.
They're going to put him in jail and throw away the key. You people should be ashamed of yourselves. All this negativity isn't right at all. His neck is still at large. I think this is the 5th Ninja Turtle, Michelangelo. Y'all leave this man alone, but he'd stick his neck out for you if you needed his help. Hashtag don't judge.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. Look at these two.
Yeah. Now, there's the celebrity death match right there. These two fuckers.
Jeff Hardy looks really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Spit or swallow. We know he definitely swallows.
It's Killer Croc and the Joker, dude.
You watch it, put them in a cage match, and by the end of the match, they get married. Make their.
Oh yeah. And that's how the Penguin was born.
Dude, his forehead looks like one of those custom T-shirts where people just spray paint on it.
Paranormal Necktivity.
Where'd you see that one at?
Alex just put that in the chat.
Holy shit. All right. So let's do this. Let's do my birthday. Holy shit.
I feel like that man can't wear a necktie. He's got to use a belt instead.
He uses a fucking toe strap for a necktie.
Linklack said Suicide Squad, the Asylum version. No, what that is that's if Blumhouse did Suicide Squad. Something like that for Killer Croc.
Oh my god.
That's
All
a
right.
Blumhouse version of Killer Croc.
Wanted Florida man promised officers he would turn himself in when he was finished with his job. What?
What days is that? January? Is your birthday
Yeah.
in January? What, the 27th?
17th.
17th.
I know my warrant is... What the fuck? Hold on. A Florida man with a warrant out for his arrest promised police he would turn himself in He just wanted to finish his job first. Jesse Pack 40 of Bunnell or Bunell, however you want to pronounce it, left a note to police on a mattress that he was perfectly placed at his front door for officers to see. The flag. Oh, it's in Flagler County. I know my warrant is active. I'm not here. I'm finishing a job and turning myself into the Volusia Branch Jail. What the fuck?
Only in Florida would you use a mattress to leave a fucking note instead of a giant piece of paper or a piece of poster board you can get at fucking Walgreens.
Dude, he looks like he wrote it in crayon too.
Oh god, look, he probably wrote that shit in lipstick.
Dude, he like scratched out a bunch of stuff. Like, oh shit, I messed up.
Ketchup packet. Yeah, ketchup packet.
Pack had an active warrant in Volusia County for kidnapping and aggravated assault with a holy shit.
Jesus.
Hold on, let me kidnap this last person real quick, and then I'll turn myself in. What the fuck? He says, in quote, "Ready or not, here we come." Oh, it's the fucking Flagler sheriff. This guy clearly thought he could hide from our deputies, but this is not the first cat and mouse game a fugitive has tried to play. We won't stop until we find you. Great job by our team. Okay, well, who gives a shit? All right, well, that's stupid. What else we got? Oh, here we go. MyFloridaManStory.com. Oh God, why am I not on this website all the time?
That looks like what's his name? David Ketchner got hair plugs.
Oh, here we go. Select the day and month of your birthday. Here we go. Florida man accused of luring kids tells cops he can't recall as he drinks 18 to 20 beers before talking to children.
Jesus. Hi, kids.
So,
do you like Primus?
Oh my God. Dude, it's fucking insane. Can I read more about it? Yes, I can. All right, so Florida man accused of, okay. Florida man accused of making sexual advances towards children told cops that he couldn't recall asking to touch. Oh, yeah.
Kill him. Kill him now.
Yeah, I wouldn't read much more of that before YouTube bans you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not reading that. Boop. See you later. That's fucked up. Yeah, dude, just fucking hang him.
Yep.
All right. What was yours?
Who?
Pete?
April
23rd?
19th.
19th.
Yep.
Florida man has been accused of making 97 million robocalls. Holy shit.
Florida man makes robocalls like no one can.
Can I click on it? No.
Can he click?
Read more. There we go. Florida man accused of flooding consumers with 97 million phone calls touting fake travel deals appeared Wednesday before lawmakers explained. I'm pretty sure I got a call from this guy. I am not the kingpin of robocalling. That is the legend. Adrian Abramovich of Miami, go figure, who was fighting a proposed $120 million fine, told senators that open source software lets operators make thousands of phone calls with the click of a button in combination with cloud-based computing and the right long-distance company. Oh my God. $120 million fine.
Oof.
That is insane. I'm pretty sure I got a phone call from this guy.
Oh, I'm pretty
Adam,
sure I
you
get
back?
a couple of calls from him. I had some issues today setting up a TV, a Roku TV, and you're supposed to, once you get all set up, like it gives you a code, and then it goes like one of those activate things on your phone or whatever, like put in this code to activate your TV. Code wouldn't go through. So there's a tech support little chat window in there. I clicked that, and they tell me they want $100 for a setup fee. Yeah, a setup fee for a fucking Roku TV. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I know for a fact that Roku is free to use. It says it right on the box. It says it right on the fucking instruction manual. So then I call them. I get the same fucking ordeal. So they apparently you can have, according to Roku, unless these are scammers that somehow leached onto Roku's website and got their information in there or whatever, or if I've been hacked, you're allowed to have one Roku device free to activate, but if you have multiple Roku devices, you have to pay a fee, according to them. So I said, fuck that, and I just used my dad's email address and started a new fucking account.
Well, I got a lot of calls about like you've won a free cruise, and it's like the fuck I did.
Like you're gonna tell me that I buy a TV and then I have to pay $100 to use it? Fuck you.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Adam, you said your birthday is April 11th?
Yes, sir.
Florida man says too much music masturbation caused him to vandalize home. What?
Wait, that even the headline doesn't make any sense. It sounds like Yoda talking.
Too much music and masturbation caused him to vandalize home. Florida man accused of vandalizing a home.
Even the headlines
that he had listened to too much music and masturbated too much, which caused him to feel like going out and destroying stuff.
Oh God.
I feel like it was probably "Break Things" by Limp Bizkit. Just
I was gonna say he's listening to some new metal.
It's just one of those days when I don't want to wake up.
Like you thought Alien Ant Farm was like the new way to go. You know?
Oh God, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Oh my God, he just broke some shit and nothing. Oh, police say Thomas admitted to willfully and maliciously damaging the property. He also stated that he had listened to too much music and masturbated too much, and he felt like going out and destroying stuff. And Thomas was arrested, burglary charges, $7,000. Okay.
Fred Durst should direct a movie about this and have John Travolta play that guy.
This just needs to be a music video.
That's
directed by Fred Durst.
That's made for John Travolta. That is a role specifically tailored for John Travolta.
That needs to go on the list, Pete. We need to make that movie.
All right, hang on.
Sal, you said your birthday is 23rd of May.
I'm getting
that's correct.
The list out.
Is it gone to multiple pages yet?
It is.
It's gonna become a book. We'll just turn it into a book. At the end of the
This
year.
is probably one of the dumbest things ever. Florida man arrested for murder after pocket dialing 911.
You hear that, Chris Wicks? Sorry. Chris Wicks pocket bands people.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Authorities in South Florida say a man is charged with murder because he was overheard discussing the killing when he cell phone pocket dialed 911. Holy shit.
Oh.
Dude, where are you? Do you have a flip phone?
Like in a million years, you couldn't have these two fucking things be this easy. Holy shit.
Last update. So they updated this 2 years after. What the fuck? Authorities in South Florida. Broward. Okay. Of course, it's Broward County. That's Miami. Broward Sheriff's Office says 24-year-old Scott Simon is charged with first-degree murder in the May 5th shooting of 33-year-old Nicholas Walter. Walter was shot while driving in his car on I-95 on ramp. That's insane. Wait, hold on. The shooting happened after Walker got in an argument with other men at a Waffle House. Oh, go figure.
Nothing good ever happens at Waffle House.
No, that's for sure. Not even in food.
Let's see. Who's still in the chat? Alex, you're still in the chat.
Leo Red said do February 9th.
There you go.
February 9th? Okay. I was about to ask everybody what their birthday was. February 9th. Florida woman's maternity photo includes alligator shotgun and Bud Light.
Wow. You don't get more Florida than this, dude. This is just like
Hold on. Florida woman's maternity photo includes alligator shotgun, Bud Light. Dude.
Jesus Christ, there's nothing more Florida than
Holy
that picture.
shit.
That is awesome. I want to be their friends.
That is
bottle feeding the alligator. That is so cool.
I guarantee you they hang out with you.
Yep.
No, I haven't met them yet. This is in Tampa too, so this
No,
is
I said they would hang out with you. Absolutely. They're like, hell yeah, you can pet my fucking gator.
Oh,
I'm going to take a wild guess and say that these people didn't vote for Obama.
I'm going to take an even more wild guess and assume that they're probably related.
oh yeah, they definitely shared a bedroom as kids.
Yeah, pretty sure that they're still in the 6th grade too.
They were both in bottom bunk.
Love my sister so much I decided to marry her.
She had my mom's quality.
Oh.
It's real great because we already got the same name.
You didn't even have to change your name with Social Security or nothing.
Well, she did the ice cube trick, so I had to marry her.
Would you believe it? When we was in the 2nd grade, I watched her suck a watermelon through a garden hose.
She got all my hand-me-downs, if you know what I mean.
And I think you do.
She got the best genes from Dad, so we're pretty optimistic.
And she wears Mom's. Florida woman's offbeat maternity photo has gone viral after she and her husband posed with a baby alligator to make the image even more meme-worthy. The Tampa couple added a Florida state flag, shotgun, and a case of Bud Light to the mix.
Is there comments on this one? Oh God!
I wanted a picture with different than your run-of-the-mill maternity photos of women in the forest being goddesses. Lindsay Tuttle told local TV station. Florida man has always cracked up my husband and I, both native Floridians, so we decided to make me Florida woman. Florida man has become a shorthand for the type of wacky crime stories that seem to always happen in the Sunshine State, also helped along by the state's robust public record laws. Photos been video on social media. Okay. Well, Florida baby. All right.
Is there comments on this one?
Huh?
Is there comments on this one? Oh man, that's a fucking ripoff. The comments would have been beautiful in this one because the first thing I would have typed is she pregnant with the other baby alligator?
September 4th. Here we go.
Bummer.
Whose sirens are going off? Is that you, Adam?
No.
Oh,
you know what? That might
me.
Okay, either that or it's the TV in the other room. The new TV has like really good sound on it. So,
Florida man caught robbing house by armed homeowner offers to mow lawn if let go before police arrived. Oh my God. St. Petersburg, of course. Tampa. What the fuck? It's like Flash Thompson from Spider-Man.
no, he looks like that guy from Sugar Ray.
Oh, Mark, what's his name? Mark McGrath.
Mark McGrath, yeah, he looks like Mark McGrath.
I just want to fly.
He
Have you
looks
seen
like
him recently? He looks rough, bro.
he looks like Ethan Hawke before he became famous.
So Mark McGrath.
Yeah, basically.
Mark McGrath was on. He was on what was it? Celebrity Big Brother not long
He's
ago.
also in a couple of the Sharknado movies.
Yes, he was.
Who was the guy that was in? No, never mind. That's fucking Sam, not Worthington. The guy at Galaxy Quest.
Oh, Sam Rockwell?
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell is the one that played. He was in Iron Man 3,
Yeah, it's Justin Hammer. Yeah.
or 2.
Yeah.
Justin Hammer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Justin Hammer, yeah. But you guys ever get a chance to watch a movie called Moon?
Yes.
He's fantastic.
You know the guy that played. Sorry, spoilers. But the guy that plays his clone, that's actually not Sam Rockwell. That's another actor that looks just like him.
That's awesome. I did not know that, but I will give you this little fun fact that Sam Rockwell, or not Sam Rockwell, that movie Moon was directed by David Bowie's son.
Oh, nice.
I wouldn't want to fight me either.
Yep.
A homeowner held a burglar at gunpoint Wednesday morning, and while the man waited in his house for police to arrive, the intruder made an odd proposition. In exchange for his to continue, I don't want to. What? That's some bullshit.
Oh, you got fucked. You got fucked. Subscribe to us.
Everybody knows shit's fucked. All right.
Everybody knows shit's fucked.
Anybody else got no? He
I
looks
think
like
we got 'em all.
dark-haired Aaron Carter. What a throwback.
You know what's funniest about those videos, Cody? Those shit's fucked. Like they usually the ones where he's out in the street. Like they show like all these like people, like old people and like kids. It's like this next one's called "Shit's Fucked." I'm like,
Yeah, everybody's like, all right, cool.
he gives no fucks whatsoever, man. Everybody knows shit's fucked. And he's like playing it like it's a serious song. I'm like, wow, this guy.
I hate how my birthday had like the really fucked up story.
I feel like if Mike Zero was a rock star, he would have done shit's fucked.
Mike Zero. He's got Star Wars news from the future.
Dude, Mike Zero's a legend.
Star Wars news from the future.
Dude, I'll give him credit because he came out and just finally was like, "Fuck this," you know. Like he kind of came out and was like, you know, this movie sucks. I'm like, I've been waiting for him to just snap, and he finally kind of did.
The only thing I'm jealous of Mike Zero. He never has to think once about what should I make a video about today.
Oh my god,
that's a thought that's never crossed his mind once. He just turns on the camera and shits out whatever and uploads it, and boom, up his subscriber base.
Yeah,
fucking legend.
Yes, he is. You know, he only follows like one person on Twitter.
I wouldn't follow anybody on Twitter either. I think I follow you on there.
I don't even know who the hell.
I don't know if I follow you. I definitely follow Etep on some place to be reviews.
Let's see. Yeah, because I have my personal page. I got 67 followers on that, and on the show page there is 51 followers.
That's how I've been communicating with Fatal J and Phoenix West from Lord in Wonderland.
I know, man. When I was talking,
I hardly ever Twitter. I give no fucks about Twitter at all.
I do, like I said, I tweet out the show stuff, and I was trolling that guy that wrote that what's his name, Dan Coy, wrote that hit piece on Joker about it being stupid. I did the video on it, I think last night. I was trolling him on Twitter like bad.
The only reason I'm on Facebook is because everybody left MySpace.
I was on my MySpace page the other day. There was Tumblr.
Like Facebook is almost like 80% people that left MySpace.
Yeah, like I said, man, there's tumbleweeds blowing around MySpace. Tom is like just distraught, but he actually sold.
I have that meme.
He sold MySpace for a ton of money though.
Wonder what porn they got on there now.
Dude, MySpace used to be the shit.
It was. You could have music on your profile and shit. Somebody clicked on your page. You
had videos and stuff.
Yeah.
That you could watch like right there. You don't have to like scroll through the timeline.
Yep.
You can add backgrounds and stuff.
So one day everybody's like, hey, so we're all going over to Facebook now. I'm like, fuck that. And then when nobody was left, I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to Facebook now.
That's exactly what happened to me.
I
was
did the
still
same
trying
thing.
To hold on to MySpace. I was like, MySpace.
The only reason I even have a Facebook account is a girl I was dating at the time wanted to get on Facebook so that she could like look up an ex-boyfriend and laugh at him. So she used like my information to log in. And I've been using
weird.
It ever since. I know. I've had some weird relationships.
We'll compare notes when we meet in person.
That's what happens when you date girls that you can't introduce to your parents.
I've been there.
What?
Girls that you can't introduce to your parents.
Yep.
Just think about that for a little while. Like if there was a girl that you ever wanted to date but you wouldn't want to introduce to your parents, those are the ones that I usually go for.
Yep.
Justin Timberlake owns MySpace. I'm confused. I mean, I know he brought Sexy back, but I didn't think he owned MySpace.
He just bought MySpace just for the hell of it.
Let's see if I can find that meme of Tom. Here it is. Right here.
Dude, we've been on the air for 3 hours.
Yeah, I was afraid this was going to happen. Can I show the meme real quick, though? Let's see.
Yeah.
I swear this is the last thing I'll share. Promise. I said, you know, let me show this though. Oh, I can't do pictures. Application. Entire screen. All right, we'll do entire screen.
I'm so pissed that my like Florida man story sucks so bad. What the fuck?
Yep.
Basically.
There he is on Skid Row.
That's it. We should buy MySpace and bring it back. MySpace version 2.0.
Tom, yeah.
Wouldn't that be dope?
It'd be like that episode of South Park where all the Mexicans leave the U.S. and the Border Patrol is trying to bring them back because it's so fucked up they all go back to Mexico, and then the Border Patrol is like they're trying to keep them from leaving instead of keeping them out. They're trying to keep them in.
Well, they did that on Letterkenny. They had a fart book or fart space or something like that where they record farts and share them with each other.
Oh God!
I'm telling you, man, that show. Oh.
There's an episode of South Park where
A
like
whole episode dedicated to fart space.
what was it? What was Kyle's dad's name? The guy with the
Gerald Broflowski. He's
Is
the
that-
attorney. That's Kyle's dad. He's the attorney.
oh, who's the Stan?
Oh, you're thinking of Stan's dad, Randy
Randy.
Marsh.
Yeah, he buys Blockbuster
Yes.
and he tries to
Yes.
keep it open, and it's like haunted.
All the
And
ghosts.
He's like, there's still customers out there. Oh wait, somebody's walking up. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, because they do.
Can you go reorganize the movies? I want to make sure we have 15 copies of Wedding Crashers. It's going to be a real popular one.
It's haunted by all the people who owe thousands of dollars of back late fees.
Because that was a oh god, that was a The Shining. That's what. Because he froze outside. What do you want? Chicken nuggets.
Oh my god,
Fucking Randy. God, Sharon, you never support me. God.
dude, isn't South Park the best?
I haven't watched it in a couple seasons, but I still watch all the older ones. I got yelled at the other day because I let Trey watch it.
Oops.
We were watching. It was
Nice.
was it the Fellowship of the Ring trilogy? That
Yeah.
one. Me and Trey were watching that, and the wife came over. She goes, "What the fuck are you watching?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realize it. We were playing Star Wars in the kitchen." I was like, "I didn't realize it was on." As I'm sitting there laughing, we had it on both TVs. I'm like, you had it on the den and then the living room. I'm like, nothing.
I make reference to Backdoor Sluts 9 like probably once a week, and no one ever gets it.
Oh my god, have you guys played the South Park video games?
No.
Not in a long time. I think there was one on. Was there one on N64?
Stick of Truth and the Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, dude, they're amazing.
They're like RPGs.
They're so much fun.
Huh.
Oh, what do you say, gentlemen? Is it time to bring it on home?
Yeah, I think it's time to take her home.
My answer
All right.
chair.
Everybody, thank you very much for joining us today on the latest version, episode, whatever you call it, of The Boardroom. My mind's dead today, guys. I'm so fucking tired. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Everybody in the chat, I want to thank LinkLex11, Leo, Red. Who else was in there in the chat tonight? Mostly those guys.
Leo, Red, and Alex bringing sexy back.
Yep.
Everybody's bringing Tap and Die.
Tapping Dudes was here earlier. Or
Raiders of the Lost Flicks. Etep Queen is the place to be reviews. Salvador and me.
Oh, Link-a-Lex, that's a lie, bro. I got a PlayStation 2. I got a PlayStation 2 and two N64s. I had 3 of them, but Jeff Hicks has got one now. So I got 2 N64s and a PS2. So I'm in at least, you know.
Hey, Alex, the only time I ever had an N64 was when I rented one to play Rogue Squadron and fucking Shadow of the Empire. No regrets.
I love my N64. Who's here? Did Flare X just show up? Yep, he must have got out of work.
Dude, this
No,
is amazing.
that Spider-Man looks like a luchador wrestler.
Yep. It's La Parka.
He looks like
It's
Brie
Hooven too.
Larson had sex with Andy Garfield, and that's where it results.
There, I got a couple screenshots of it and meme that.
Good stuff.
Oh my god. Well, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in tonight for this episode of The Boardroom. I'd like to thank my co-hosts and buddies, Raiders of the Lost Flicks, E-Temple Queen is the place to be reviews, and Salvador's 2 Cent Toys. Thank you very much, guys, for being on tonight.
Hey-o.
Always happy to be here, brother.
And anybody else got some last minute announcements or anything for the channels?
Yeah, man. Hold on. Turn my camera back on. Going to be doing reviews for Bad Boys 3 or Bad Boys for Life this week. Also Doolittle, and then this weekend we're going to be talking about true lost flicks. We're going to be talking about Sorority Babes and Slime Bowl Bolorama, Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity, and Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. So make sure you join us, me, Pete, and Alex, on my show Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be talking about that stuff. So, Godzilla! good times to be had. So look forward to those reviews and look forward to the live show this weekend. And also we'll be doing an announcement for our next watch party as well. Bruh. That's all.
All right, Pete, what you got going on?
Oh hell, you got a couple videos coming out of me yet this week. Giggity, that's what she said. No, I have a single release tomorrow and probably one on Friday. I'm not going to be doing any videos over the weekend as we're having company, and it's big ice, like our ice carnival up here this weekend. So I'll be going out and fingers crossed our company kind of cancels out and me and the wife get a babysitter for the kid and can just go to the beer tent and have some fun adult wise. But no, I got some videos I'm going to put out probably like I said, tomorrow and Friday. I got episode 84 of the podcast on Monday night. And that's about it. I'm gonna do some family time this weekend. I've been spending way too much time in this office, so yeah. And I'm on Groove Show Friday night, of course, reviewing some awesome movies. I'm looking forward. I got to watch the last two. I don't know the titles. I've got them screenshotted though because I watched.
You saw Mega Shark, so you have to watch Sorority Babes and Slime Ball Bull Ram. That's the one you'll enjoy the most. And then Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity, you'll enjoy the outfits.
Excellent. So yeah, that's about it for me for the week.
All right, Sal, what you got going on, brother?
I got this coming on right now.
Oh God, Sal's the best finisher ever.
That's all I got.
That's all we needed.
Oh,
Clearly the hero we didn't deserve.
All right, that concludes this episode of the Boardroom. Thank you, everybody, and we will see y'all later.
Brie Larson's glitter feet.
Bogan's dick.